The only undefeated team remaining in Class 2A playing what could be its final home game of the season, the Prestonsburg Black Cats, 11-0, welcoming in the Knott County Central Patriots at 8-2 in the second round of the Class 2A 2025 KHSAA UK Healthcare Sports Medicine State Football Finals, a rematch of a game earlier in the season, one of only two losses the Patriots have suffered in what is arguably the greatest single season in that program's history. Josh McKinney, Steve Sloan, Whitley Hall here at Josh Francis Field, Black Cat Stadium to bring it to you tonight. Steve, the Patriots are in the midst of one of the better seasons they've ever seen on the gridiron in their history. Randall Mullins a couple of weeks ago named Class 2A District 7 Coach of the Year, but they come in tonight a heavy underdog against the Prestonsburg team looking to get back to the region final in consecutive seasons for only the fifth time in their storied program's history.
Yeah, Josh, and you look at Knott Central with the season they've had. You mentioned the success they've had all season long, and it's really come up aces for them all season with the Coach of the Year and then getting their first ever playoff victory last week against Shelby Valley. And we actually covered the game when they played Prestonsburg earlier this season. We've seen the result of that one. So even though it's on the road, you're still in the second round of the playoffs. You got something to prove right here to try to pull off a monumental upset.
It's the second round of the Class 2A state playoffs. Prestonsburg and Knott County Central, presented by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. We'll take a 2-minute break and take a deep dive into the Patriots and the Black Cats with your tail of the tape. We'll be right back on FM 100 Sports.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. One of the things that makes us the region's best network isn't just our coverage, it's that we're local. You'll find real people right here from home, ready to help you get the best deals on the latest devices. We hear the other carriers bragging about how they cover the middle of nowhere, but this isn't nowhere. All our roads lead to somewhere. So come home to Appalachian Wireless. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Dee Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Hey there, this is Pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. We're ready to make flu season flu-tastic. Dance your way through flu season with our flu vaccine. At Parkview Pharmacy, our staff are like flu-busting superheroes, and we are armed with the power of prevention. A quick, painless shot will keep you feeling fabulous all season long. Swing on by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie's, because the only thing contagious here is good vibes. Call and schedule your flu-tastic appointment at 606-377-2117. Walk-ins are welcome also.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Welcome back to Black Cat Stadium, getting you set for kickoff between Prestonsburg and Knott County Central with your Countdown to Kickoff show, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern. Pharmacist Wes Howard, Tiffany Jacobs, Stacy Conley, and John Newsom are always there to answer any questions or concerns you have about your medications. You'll always be treated like family when you visit Howard Family Pharmacy. Call 358-4800 or 949-4800 for Howard Family Pharmacy. And we begin to get you set for kickoff with your Tail of the Tape, brought to you by the Hesterberg Law Firm, where you always receive great defense of your legal needs. That's attorney and our good friend Tanner Hesterberg and the Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky. This is a heavily lopsided all-time series, the 11th meeting all-time tonight. Prestonsburg has won the previous 10 by an average score, Steve, of 44-7. including a 177-16 mark in 3 previous postseason matchups, all of those coming between 2008 and 2010. So the hill is a tall one to climb if you're the Patriots already, but historically a one-sided series that you've not had a ton of success against, going up against a team in Prestonsburg that's really had your number, and they've had your number in pretty impressive fashion.
Yeah, and you talk about the 44-7 average. The final score was 45-7 back about a month and a half ago now, to begin October. But and again, you talk about Knott Central. They come in with, you got to kind of have that nothing to lose mentality at this point. And I know you've had a record-breaking season, 8 wins, get your first playoff win, but the history books does show. I mean, you kind of throw all that out the window, but they have not had success against this Prestonsburg team historically. So got to come in with something to prove, like you have a chip on your shoulder, and do what you can to advance. You
mentioned Knott Central's first ever playoff win last week on the road at Shelby Valley, 30-20, and that game was 30-7 at halftime. The Patriots were shut out in the second half in that one, the Wildcats nearly completing the comeback. Knott Central 1-16 all time in the postseason after last week's win, and for Prestonsburg, an impressive another historical feat looking to accomplish tonight, seeking back-to-back trips to the region final for just the 5th time. The last time they appeared in back-to-back region championship games, 2013 and 14. They appeared in 4 straight between 2007 and 2010, 2000 to 2001, and then 92-93. So something that hasn't happened a lot here at Prestonsburg, what they're trying to do tonight. And then we've talked all season about Kane Patton. He comes into tonight 34 total offensive touchdowns, 1 shy of tying the single-season record, which is 35, by current assistant coach and former running back Matt Sloan back in that 2001 season. And I'm sure he would love to get it here tonight in front of the home fans on the home field, and to kind of help spur his team to the next round of the playoffs. And what a special accomplishment that would be for Patton, and also for the Black Cats to kind of aid him getting there, because I'm sure he would also attribute a lot of that success to the other guys on the field as well.
Yeah, especially his offensive line, because the majority of those are rushing touchdowns, but he is as legitimate as a threat at the wide receiver position as well. But, I mean, that offensive line has opened up a lot of holes, not only for him but for the other runners as well this season, Johnson and Hatfield. But Kane Patton, a special talent, and has had a special season. And we, of course, everybody knows here, and even us here in the booth know how great a player Matt Sloan was in his time here at Prestonsburg. So, like you said, for him to be able to have the chance to break that record in what would more than likely be their final game of the season at home, not saying final game of the season, but final game at home, unless something crazy happens in the playoffs elsewhere tonight, but it would be very special for him to break that record tonight.
More than likely will be Prestonsburg's last game here at Black Cat Stadium this year. We'll kind of touch on the postseason and what happens next week and beyond when the RPI becomes a factor, but they would need some help to be back here next week in the 3rd round of Prestonsburg. This all-time 36-14 at home in the postseason coming into tonight's game. We'll take a 2-minute break and come back with a look at Randall Mullins and the 8-2 Knott County Central Patriots. Back in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Joanna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Welcome back to Prestonsburg for your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy. Josh McKinney, Steve Sloan, Whitley Hall on hand to bring you tonight's football game between Prestonsburg and Knott County Central. Steve, let's first talk about the Patriots, led by Randall Mullins in his fourth season, an even 20-20 record, recently named the Class 2A District 7 Coach of the Year. And I think if it doesn't go to the coach of the only undefeated team in the state, I think he makes a pretty good case.
Yeah.
And the 20-20 record's deceiving because when he took over, there wasn't a whole lot. And Knott County's not really known for football. It's more of a basketball. They've had some really good baseball teams. They've had some good football teams, but an established program is not what he inherited. And to have the season they're having now, it kind of speaks volumes to what he's been able to do. And they're a run-heavy football team. We saw them earlier in the year. 6 different players with a rushing touchdown, 4 with multiple rushing touchdowns. And really the bell cow in that backfield is senior Shane Gibson. He's already over 1,000 yards on the season, 8 rushing touchdowns, and he's going to be the guy they're going to lean heavily on when they have the football here tonight.
Yeah, and the thing about that, Josh, we've seen the first matchup when they played Prestonsburg back in October is they tried to they even then had established a running game. But it got shut down pretty quickly by that Prestonsburg defense, and they have the capability of making big plays as well. As we've seen, first play of the game over there against Prestonsburg, they had a big touchdown, a 60-yard plus touchdown. So, but like you said, they do rely a lot on that run game, and you know that's Prestonsburg's bread and butter on the defensive side. So it's going to be tough. We've seen Eastridge try several ways to establish a run game, and they just could not last week. They went up the middle a few times, then tried to get to the edge. Just were not able to do it. So, yeah, I think Knott Central will try to do that some as well tonight, and then also they do have the threat of the passing game as well with Ambergy as a deep threat. So, should be an interesting offensive game plan here tonight for Coach Mullins.
The passing game is not what they're going to rely on heavily, like you just said. Connor Napier, the senior quarterback, completing about 48% of his passes, 670 yards, 11 touchdowns. He has thrown 5 interceptions. But they'll pass it just enough to kind of keep the defense honest, or at least try to. And you're right, they did hit on a couple of big plays the last time they played Prestonsburg back on October the 3rd. But one thing you do when you drop back to pass is you're susceptible to that front seven. And that night in Hindman, Prestonsburg's front seven lived in the backfield to the tune of 26 tackles for loss and 8 sacks. 4 coming from Barron Kraft, 2 apiece from Noah Price and Brody Hicks. Logan Stumbo leading the way with 5 tackles for loss. And so that's going to be the challenge. Not only can you establish the run and kind of keep that clock moving and shorten the game a little bit, but when you come to having to throw the football, can you give Napier enough time, and can you get the ball to guys like Michael Gibson and Chance Ambergy on the outside?
And you talk about the defense, that front seven getting into the backfield to get to the quarterback. You have to wonder, is he going to be able to have that escapability to be able to extend the play? Because those linebackers are quick, too, for Prestonsburg, so they're going to be able to cover a lot of ground to be able to make a stop. So either way you look at it, it's going to be tough sledding tonight for the Patriots.
Now, on the other side of the ball, Knott Central has one of the better pass defenses in all of Class 2A. They rank 3rd in interceptions with 15 interceptions on the defensive side. They're right in the middle of the pack in sacks at 15.5, and they've registered 153 tackles for loss.
Wow.
Now, those are really impressive numbers. Unfortunately for them, they're going up against an offense that doesn't really like to throw the football.
No.
So those are all great, but I think what it does do is try to get Prestonsburg into passing situations so those defensive backs and that front line can get after A.J. Johnson in the Prestonsburg backfield.
That's going to be the only hope they have. And if it's they get a big tackle for loss, like you said, they've done great doing this season, or if it's a penalty that pushes Prestonsburg back. But we've seen the ability that Prestonsburg has. They can break off big plays as well. So that'll be the only hope they have, I agree, is trying to get them into obvious passing situations. But it's either way you look at it. Knott Central, they've had a great season so far, and they're just not happy to be here. They want to come in and they may be 8-2, but I think a lot of people around here would consider this a major upset if they're able to pull it off. But yeah, they're just not happy to be here. They want to keep this ball rolling.
Well, it reminds me a lot of Betsy Lane last year. Betsy Lane had got their first playoff win the year before, beating Prestonsburg at Betsy Lane. And then the Bobcats come in here last year in the second round after knocking off Knott Central, coincidentally. And, they weren't just happy to be here. They wanted more. And unfortunately for the Bobcats, Prestonsburg was kind of a team on a mission under then first-year head coach Wes Hager. And the Black Cats this year, talking about this year's team, we looked at the numbers for Knott Central's defense. Prestonsburg offensively is about as good as it gets in Kentucky. Second in scoring, more than 45 points per game. Number one rushing offense, 354 rushing yards per game. Per game. And the number one total offense in 2A at better than 475 offensive yards per contest. And, yes, Kane Patton gets a lot of the accolades, a lot of the attention with 28 rushing touchdowns, 34 total touchdowns. But we've seen several times that this is not a one-man offense. A.J. Johnson's going to get his. Colin Hatfield's going to get his. And we saw some guys last week in that first round win over Eastridge, Sam Hyden, Brady Allen, Barrett Hunter, we've seen score a couple of touchdowns. And so I think that it's tough to kind of make people other than Patton beat you, because Patton can beat you and probably will beat you by himself most nights. But this is an offense that has really kind of taken to that know your role, do what's asked of you, and kind of trust your brother mindset that you hear football coaches talk about all the time.
Yeah, and Patton is a game breaker. He can just what he is able to do on the offensive side, of course, with the rushing, and we've seen him as a receiving threat as well as the season goes on. But and you talk about even Barron Kraft and Brody Hicks were able to get in the mix as well last week. So I think that could be a thing they could do. They like to try to get some extra blockers out on the outside for Kane to get out on the edge. So, but you've seen what they could do on the offensive side, running the ball and even receiving. So, but just so many weapons that Prestonsburg has at their disposal that it's tough just to contain one person.
Now, the last time these two teams met, Knott Central, and so I'm sure that's kind of going to be in the back of his mind as well. Kane Patton, 233 rushing yards, 113 receiving yards, 4 total touchdowns, and we saw Sam Hyden pick off a couple of passes. And the offense is going to get a lot of attention because of the points and obviously Kane Patton, and people will tend to focus on like the shun that he got with Player of the Year, not being named Player of the Year. But listen, I love watching this defense play football.
Listen, I'll tell you what. I think that was that the first time we've seen them this season? Maybe.
No.
Well, I know we had the Hazard game, but that got postponed.
No, it was. It was
the first time
this season.
And a lot of people had talked about, other than the opening game against Betsy Lane, how great this defense is. To see that in person over there, that was the defense's coming out party, that everybody knew how great this defense was and could be. And to be able to get 8 sacks and so many tackles for loss, I mean, they were just living rent-free in that quarterback's head over there all night long. And we've seen them several times now, 3 weeks in a row. But this defense is legit. I mean, they are.
And look, you want to double Brody Hicks on the left side of the defensive line? Okay, sure. You also have Noah Price come on the right side. You want to focus on Logan Stumbo or Maddox Pugh, the linebackers come up the middle? Well, Drake Hatfield's right there behind them. You can't focus on one guy. And if you are able to get outside the pocket or maybe get a pass off downfield, there's a freshman, Sam Hyden, there waiting to pick your pass off in the secondary.
Or if you're going to cross the middle and catch one, you better keep your head on a swivel, because Clay Runyon might take your head off on that one.
Individually, they are really impressive. But the collective group that they put on that field, that defensive coaching staff, John Mark Stevens, Sean Hager, they have this team has really answered the bell this season when it comes to that side of the football, and they're going to have another performance tonight against what is a formidable Knott Central offense on the opposing field. We'll take a break and come back with more Countdown to Kickoff brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy. We're getting you set for the Black Cats and the Patriots, about 9.5 minutes away from Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium. Back in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy with Appalachian Wireless. We're friends, right? How would you and a few of your friends like to save $1,000 in a year off your bill? Here's how it works. When you refer a friend to Appalachian Wireless, you both get $50 in bill credits. It's simple. Just log into your My App Wire account, grab your referral code, and share it. The more friends you invite, the more you can save. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations to find out how you can start sharing today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Beanie Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Hey, this is Pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. Your feet are your foundation, and taking care of them is essential. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and at Parkview Pharmacy, we understand the unique challenges you face when it comes to foot care. That's why we offer a wide range of over-the-counter diabetic foot care items to assist you in living your best life. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy and let us help you put your best foot forward. Give us a call at 606-377-2117.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. That behind every athlete, there's a team, but it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
About 5.5 minutes away from kickoff between the undefeated Prestonsburg Black Cats and the 8-2 Knott County Central Patriots. Time now for your keys to victory, brought to you by Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf. Come and experience Top Tracer, now available with every bucket of balls and open until 10 p.m. Compete on virtual courses from around the world and fun for the whole family. Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf in Prestonsburg. For our keys tonight, Steve, what do the Black Cats have to do to come away with a win and stay perfect on the season?
Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame, Josh. Control the big plays. We've seen the capabilities that Knott Central does have to break off some big plays early on, and I know they struggled after that mightily, but they do have that potential to break off some big plays, so that defense, you know, they'll be ready to roll tonight. Play disciplined football They did play some undisciplined football over there at Knott Central the last time they did play. Even though as great as that defense was, they committed a lot of penalties, and just you got to clean that stuff up, especially at this time of year. And as always, you got to establish that run game early. Make your presence known with that offensive line that they ain't coming to play tonight. They're ready to roll, and get Kane Patton going early and try to get Hatfield involved as well. He's coming off an injury, so you want to try to get him involved as much as possible.
Our keys to victory brought to you by Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Tracer Golf. We'll take one more 3-minute break and come back with your kickoff between Prestonsburg and Knott County Central. It's high school football playoffs, Class 2A second round on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Jonna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
The Black Cats have won the toss and have elected to defer to the second half, so we will see that stout Black Cat defense on the field first against this Knott County Central offense. This has been your countdown to kickoff, brought to you by Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern. Shane Gibson and Brody Short back deep, standing inside their own 20 to field the opening kickoff. Black Cats breaking the huddle to put Toad Class 2A second round matchup underway.
A little bit of mind games maybe here. Just Prestonsburg had yet to run out of the tunnel, Knott Central ready to go. Then maybe Prestonsburg just trying to make them wait as long as possible. So,
I'm sure the gamesmanship tonight is going to be aplenty.
Yeah.
From
intense,
both coaching staffs.
It's already an intense environment, emotional. From the last time they met, there was a lot of tempers flared toward the end of the game. And then you throw playoffs into the mix, man, it just makes it that much more higher.
Clay Runyon to kick the football from his own 20, left to right. We welcome all of you all joining us, whether it be audio, radio, or Facebook. Short fields it at his own 26-yard line. He's going to be wrapped up in a hurry by that Prestonsburg special teams. First one there on the tackle is Sam Hyden, the freshman defensive back. And we'll see Connor Napier and that Patriot offense take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So you got to wonder what Knott Central's going to do here. Try to go for the big play early on like they did last time, or are they going to try to establish that running game? Try to wear this defense down. You see, remember Eastridge tried to do that last week, but just could not have any success, especially on 4th down.
Pistol formation for Napier, one receiver each way with a tight end, a fullback, and a halfback behind him in the backfield. High snap, pulls it down, hands it off
Immediately.
Shane Gibson hit immediately by Maddox Pugh in the hole for a 2-yard loss. Unblocked was Pugh right on the right side back at the 25-yard line.
And that was just a great tackle, like you said, unblocked, and he was just met right there immediately. No gain, maybe been a loss right there for Knott Central.
Patriots, I have a feeling, Steve, they're going to have to be patient. You're not going to get these big chunk plays every single run. We'll see what they can do here on 2nd and 12. High snap for Napier, pulls it down. He's going to scramble off to the left. There's a flag on the far sideline. Gets across the 30, runs out of bounds, taken down from behind by Pugh. A good gain on 2nd and long for Napier out to the 35-yard line, a gain of 10. But there is a flag on the far sideline at the line of scrimmage. And no flag. The quarterback did not throw it. He did not throw because he ran immediately.
Yeah.
Pickup of 10 yards on 2nd and 12 for Connor Napier brings up 3rd and 2, Knott Central at their own 35. Nice run there by Napier. You alluded to it in the pregame, Steve. He's going to maybe have to try to create some with his legs tonight against that pass rush.
Yeah, and it's already showing early that they are going to be spending a lot more time in that backfield with able to shut down running back on the first play, and then Napier having to escape right there. So a 3rd down right here for the Patriots.
3rd and 2 at their own 35. The pitch goes to the right to Gibson. Chased in the backfield by Kane Patton inside the 35-yard line. He's brought down for a big loss, but there is a flag on the play. It was a loss of 6 on the pitch to Gibson. Patton brought him down inside the 30. We'll see what the flag is. Initial indications go against Prestonsburg, a personal foul face
mask. I thought it might have been because Gibson took an awkward fall there, so I thought it might have been a horse collar, but did get him with a face mask, so an automatic 1st down here for Knott Central. And that, again, you got to think about the undisciplined play. You know, those are big penalties that are going to hurt, especially on 3rd down.
So what was a 6-yard loss to bring up 4th and long ends up being a 15-yard personal foul penalty against Prestonsburg. That will set up Knott County Central 1st and 10 at their own 44. As we're now having a conference with the officials in the Knott County backfield. 10:47 to play, just getting things started here in the first quarter. Knott Central and Prestonsburg, 2nd round of the Class 2A state playoffs here in the Star City of Eastern Kentucky. And they're going to mark the ball up an extra yard to the 45. And they're going to mark it up an extra 5 yards to the 50. See, that's a 26-yard penalty.
I guess sometimes the math don't math for everybody. So.
And I know my math is slipping. You've made that a plenty clear the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, but that's I think the refs are struggling too. Where are we going to mark this at?
1st and 10 Patriots at the 50-yard line. That's a 26-yard penalty, 21-yard penalty. Handoff goes to Gibson right up the gut, gets across the 50, and will be stopped shy of the 45, brought down by a host of Black Cats after a gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So, but if you're Knott Central right here, Josh, I mean, you just got free yards. That's all that is free yardage. You got to take advantage of it. You have to take advantage of it to try to get something going here offensively because it just has not been working so far.
Johnson Central leads Covington Catholic 7-0 in the first quarter.
14-7 now.
14-7.
Yeah,
I knew my math wasn't mathing right. just up the road in Johnson County. That game was a 7 o'clock start.
Yes.
Shotgun for Napier, 2nd and 7. It's a halfback
Nice
draw
draw.
to Gibson. Gets off to the left side across the 40. Bounces it across, tried to bounce it outside even more. He does pick up the first down out to the 39-yard line. That's a pickup of 8, and Knott Central moves the sticks again, 1st and 10.
Well, that was a great play right there, just a design draw play to the running back, and I think that Prestonsburg might have had a little spy there on the quarterback, but a long delay on that draw, and they it worked to perfection here for the Patriots. And what I talked about, they got to get some momentum going here on the offensive side after that big penalty.
We saw Eastridge do the same thing last week. You mentioned it. They just could not convert with points.
Right.
Twins each way for Napier and shotgun. Gibson in the backfield on his right hip. It's a handoff to Gibson. Gets across the 35. First down across the 30. Down the far sideline. Stiff arms the guy at the 20. And he's brought down just across the 20 on the Knott County sideline. There's a late flag coming in.
It looked like one of the Knott Central players shoved one other Prestonsburg player to the ground after the play was over.
It's a gain of 19 yards and another Knott Central first down, and we'll see what the flag is for. The flag came in very late.
Because you've seen a black uniform just fall to the ground, so it may be a personal foul here.
Well, they've yet to move the sticks. And they are marking it off from the end of the play.
See, and Josh, see that.
So the run will stand. It's a dead ball personal foul against the Patriots. So the run was up to the 20. They'll mark it back at the 36-yard line. So it still is a first down, but you lose about 16 yards after the dead ball personal foul.
And that's the thing we talked about. Tempers were flaring last week, and it's already getting a little chippy here early on, and we're just 3 minutes in the first quarter here. So, but Knott Central also going to have to play disciplined football.
Napier and shotgun. Handoff goes right up the middle to Gibson. He gets a yard up to the 35-yard line before being tripped up by Logan Stumbo right up the middle.
And even though the first down, the ran stood for Gibson, just a killer penalty is just driving you back even further. And see what Knott Central can do here on this second down.
Twins both ways for Napier. 8:17 to play, first quarter. Patriots first possession receiving the opening kickoff. Shotgun snap is good. Napier drops back. He's going deep down the right sideline. He's got a man, and it's deflected, batted away at the last second. In there on the deflection was Barrett Hunter, as well as Clay Runyon. Runyon had the safety help over top. Hunter at the cornerback. Great defensive play by the Black Cats, and another flag in the Knott Central backfield following the incompletion.
I think they're saying holding on Knott Central there, so they're moving them back up even further as a Knott Central player is down in the end zone right there. I think it might have been the receiver that was actually going for the catch. And I mean, it was a great throw right there by Napier, but just and a great, like you said, great help right there by Hunter to come over. But so holding on the offense and an injury here for the Patriots.
So there is an injured Patriot down in the end zone. It's going to be second and about 19 coming up from the Knott Central 40 or Prestonsburg 45-yard line. 7:58 to play, first quarter. We're scoreless at Prestonsburg. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development, dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship. Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Hey, are you stuck with a carrier that doesn't get you? Yeah, we get it. So at Appalachian Wireless, switching is easy and way more rewarding. With our promotions, you can port your number, grab incredible savings, and enjoy a service that feels a little bit more like home. Plus, we've got the latest devices and a team that's here just for you. So why settle? Visit us online or stop by one of our many retail locations today to see why we're the region's best network. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
2nd and 19. Napier went for the quarterback scramble, and he got nothing. Stopped at the line of scrimmage by Donnie Stevens. Brings up 3rd and 19 from the Prestonsburg 45-yard line.
3rd and what?
Let's go. That's 3rd and Archer Park.
Okay. My wife will appreciate that.
There you go, Felicia. 3rd and 19 for the Patriots.
Again, just a lot reminiscent of what we've seen at Hyman about a month ago. Just Napier had no time to get out of the pocket.
And a whistle and before the snap. And I don't think anybody was calling a timeout. There was a whistle right in front of the Prestonsburg sideline, and
Hager was right there in ref's ear, but I think they're going to go with it here.
Man in motion for the Patriots. That's Dawson Hall. We got to get something figured out. The play clock is stopped at 3 seconds, and they're going to reset the play clock. Their game clock is continuing to run.
And the game clock's still running here.
That's right. We want to get out of here. And game clock never stopped. We're at 6:40. Hall in motion. Trips to the right for Napier and shotgun. 3rd and 19 for the Patriots. He's going deep left side. It's underthrown, and it's nearly picked off by Hayden.
Yeah.
Hall, no, excuse me. The receiver almost made the grab off the deflection. That's Pace and Dials. It falls incomplete. Boy, Hayden had a gimme interception, just kind of mistimed his jump a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, that was right. It was all his. I mean, like I said, it was underthrown, so he was nobody around him and just kind of went through his hands. But even though he did drop it, that just goes to show you the ball hawking ability that he has as a secondary player, and just to kind of let that one slip through his hands. Play clock kept on the field now.
So 4th and 19 from the Prestonsburg 45. Don Central's going to punt it away, and it's Bryson Everidge. He punts it, takes a bounce at the 25, a Patriot bounce inside the 20, and will be downed by Shane Gibson at the Prestonsburg 17-yard line. So a good punt for the Patriots to pin the Black Cats back deep for their first possession. Tied at 0 with 6:23 to play, and now we see this Black Cat offense come out on the field. But, Steve, Patriots kind of shooting themselves in the foot with that first drive.
Yeah, I mean, they had a big break with the penalty. The face mask penalty set them up in great field position, and then 2 costly penalties pushed them back, and then that defense really getting the stops when they needed it. So giving this Prestonsburg offense the ball. Let's see what they can do.
Shotgun for A.J. Johnson. 2 tight ends, 1 receiver each way. Hatfield goes in motion to the right. Empty backfield. Johnson on the QB keeper. Off the right side. Makes a man miss at the 25. Gets spun down across the 30 for a Black Cat first down up to the 32-yard line.
Just so many threats, and we talked about it in the pregame with him. Is quick. He is deceptively quick. And then you throw in there with Patton and then the Bruiser and Colin Hatfield. It's just a great trio all season long that's been tough to stop.
1st and 10 Black Cats at the 32 after the 15-yard run by quarterback A.J. Johnson. Now 2 backs with him in the backfield. 1 receiver to the right, that's Allen. Snap is good. Second man is Patton. Gets across the 35. Makes a man miss at the 40. Patton reverses fields at the 45.
Look at that.
Gets a block from Allen and is going to spin away from a tackle at the 20. Gets brought down at the Knott County Central 16-yard line, and a late flag coming in.
He's down too.
And Patton is slow to get up at the 15.
We do have a flag on the field, so. And he took an awkward landing on that tackle. It looked like he was kind of pulled down from behind on his jersey there.
And Patton is laying at the 15-yard line, surrounded by a couple of Prestonsburg coaches. It was a gain of 52 yards. And we'll wait and see. There is a penalty flag on the play. We'll step aside for a quick 60-second break and come back and update you on the penalty and see what happens with Patton as he's still being tended to at the 15-yard line on the near hash mark. Back in 60 on FM 100 Sports.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. We're ready to make flu season flu-tastic. Dance your way through flu season with our flu vaccine. At Parkview Pharmacy, our staff are like flu-busting superheroes, and we are armed with the power of prevention. A quick, painless shot will keep you feeling fabulous all season long. Swing on by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, because the only thing contagious, call and schedule your flu-tastic appointment at 606-377-2117. Walk-ins are welcome also.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Beatty Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
It was a targeting penalty against the Patriots, sets up the Black Cats half the distance to the goal at the 8-yard line. Patton did walk off under his own power. Handoff goes to Hatfield. He's not going to get a whole lot, maybe a couple of yards out to the 6-yard line. His first carry of the night. And it's going to be a gain of 2. So it was good to see Steve Patton walk off, and we all kind of speculated to ourselves that we thought it was like a leg or a lower
just
body
injury.
injury.
Just the way he got tackled, the way he went down, and, of course, there was a big crowd there right in front of him. But
the targeting,
I
think it might have been more of a shake-up than anything, and he is walking around under his own power, so it's good to see. Doesn't appear to be too visibly shaken on the sideline. Second and goal for the Black Cats. Johnson on the keeper. Gets bottled up across the 5, but he gets into the end zone for the Prestonsburg touchdown. A McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. A.J. Johnson, 6 yards out, puts the Black Cats on the board. A name you've known and trusted for more than 30 years. McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
Well, again, that's how they started this drive. Just a simple QB keeper right up the middle. Johnson was able to get a big gain and capped it off right there with a touchdown to get in the end zone.
And the Black Cats look as though they're going to go for 2. 4:46 to play first quarter. The Black Cats strike first on the 6-yard touchdown run by quarterback A.J. Johnson. 2 receivers each way, Johnson in shotgun, Colin Hatfield on his right hip, Brody Hicks and Logan Stumbo at tight end. It's an end around to Hicks. He breaks one tackle, can't avoid the second, and is going to be tackled for a loss back behind the 10, and the 2-point conversion will be unsuccessful. 4:46 to play first quarter. The Black Cats strike first. Prestonsburg leads at 6-0 over Knott Central. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Brody Short fielded the Prestonsburg kickoff back over his shoulder at the 16-yard line and is wrapped up just across the 25. 2 separate flags come flying in at the end of that play, both against the Patriots, and that's going to pin Knott Central back even deeper in its own territory.
Not
down
good.
6-0, 4:38 to play in the first quarter.
I mean, you definitely don't want to start a drive in poor field position, but you definitely don't want to start it due to a penalty like that. So And we've seen it. We talked about it, how they played up Hyman. They just a lot of uncostly penalties, or costly penalties, I should say. But starting off the same here, and even on that first drive really set them back. And now they're set way back on this second opening drive.
1st and 10 at their own 11 to start this second possession, down 6-0. Napier in the pistol, hands it off to Gibson, bounces to the outside on the near side, gets it across the 15, and is going to be tripped up maybe just shy of the 15 after a short gain. It's going to bring up 2nd and about 7 from the 14-yard line.
And Maddox Pugh getting some work in early here. Got a couple of big tackles already. One of the leaders of this defense. One of the unsung leaders. We talked about all the names we mentioned, but Maddox Pugh is one of those guys who can go out there and get the job done, especially at that middle linebacker.
2nd and 7 at the 14. Napier, quick handoff to Gibson, and he's not going to get much, maybe a yard out to the 15-yard line before he is quickly brought down
might have been Pugh
by several Black Cats. I saw Logan Stumbo and Noah Price, the last two to get up out of that huddle.
I mean, that was just, and I think that was when I first said this defense, how relentless they are in their first matchup against Knott. But they are leaving kind of where they left off from about a month ago.
And I'm reminded of what Jeremy Hall used to say all the time: play with emotion, but not emotional. And I think that's something that the Patriots are, at least so far, kind of struggling with. Gibson, another handoff, and he's going to get wrapped up after a gain of 2 on 4th and 6. Or third and 6. It brings up 4th and 4 just across the 15-yard line. And it's been nickel and dime so far. It's been a lot more nickels than dimes for the Patriots as they now face a 4th and 4 from their own 13-yard line.
Of course, obviously a punting situation here. And, Prestonsburg's got somebody back deep already at their own 40, or but just about the 50. So they're liable to get good field position on this one.
Everidge boots it away. It's a good
Great
punt.
Kick.
Sam Hyde lets it bounce across the 50 at the 48, and it takes a Knott Central bounce all the way inside the 30, all the way to the 25-yard line before it is down by Brody Short at the Prestonsburg 25. A great punt by Everidge pins the Black Cats back at their own 25 with 2:25 to play in this first quarter. Prestonsburg leading 6-0 over the Patriots. And we did see Kane Patton back out on the field on that kickoff following Prestonsburg's touchdown, which was really good to see. We were kind of talking in the break. That might have been something that could lot of another unnecessary fire under this Prestonsburg team.
Like this team don't need it already, but yeah, I mean, it's good to see him back out there. I know that a lot of folks were scared of, especially possible concussion, but he looks to be good to go.
Trips to the left for Johnson and shotgun. 1st and 10 at his own 25. It's a QB keeper. Gets across the 30, breaks a tackle at the 35, and is spun down at around the 40. Another first down run of 15 yards for Johnson, and the Prestonsburg Black Cats will move the sticks again.
And that was a great run there by Johnson to keep the drive going to get another set of downs here. And talked about it in pregame that they are really doing everything they can to establish a run game early. As looks like Johnson's in empty backfield yet again when he takes this snap.
QB keeper, this time around the left side, gets across the 45 and is tackled from behind across the 50 for another first down run into Knott Central territory at the 49-yard line, a pickup of 11 for Johnson. Now 47 yards on 4 carries for A.J. Johnson, averaging 11.8 yards per touch. And now Kane Patton comes back into the offensive huddle for Prestonsburg.
But you got to give it to Johnson right there. Of course, we've seen Patton break off the one big run before he got took down there on that first drive. But Johnson really carrying the load so far. And as you know, they'll want to try to get Patton involved here try to break off a big play.
2 receivers to the right for Johnson, joined in the backfield by Hatfield. Hatfield gets the carry across the 45.
Big run.
Breaks it to the outside. He's got Allen as a blocker across the 30. Slides down across the Knott Central 30 for another big first down run. And Allen leading the way for Colin Hatfield.
Good to see Colin back out there. Of course, he missed last week due to the ankle injury that he had. Coach Hager said he was good to go last week, but just wanted to keep him out as a precaution, give him an extra week of rest. And looks like it's paid off. It looks to be near 100%.
A 22-yard run for Colin Hatfield. 1st and 10 Black Cats as we are now under a minute to go here in the first quarter from the Patriot 27. Johnson alone in the backfield, trips to the left. 2 tight ends. He keeps it across the left side. Gets across the 20, sidesteps a defender. It's another first down run. It's
And
another
more.
touchdown run for A.J. Johnson. A 17-yard McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown for Johnson and another Black Cat touchdown. In service for more than 30 years, a name you know and trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy.
And just a great run right there by Johnson and just kept trying to get a little bit more to the outside until he eventually did and was able to get another touchdown. Really carrying the load so far on these first 2 drives.
Prestonsburg has ran the ball 8 times for 140 yards here in the first quarter. 2-point conversion. Johnson keeps it. Johnson keeps it across the goal line for the 2, and the Black Cats go up 14-0. 31 seconds to play in the first quarter. We'll take a minute break and come back on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
14-0 Prestonsburg. Kickoff fielded inside his own 25 by Chance Ambergy, and that's where he's going to be brought down by this Prestonsburg special teams unit at the 25-yard line. And boy, it's a swarm every time Clay Runyon kicks off that football. Not a lot on the return for the Patriots, and again, set up deep inside their own territory at their 25-yard line.
And we talk about how great their defense is and offense, and it's all, you got to have all units going complementary football, and even their special teams, you mentioned it, they are quick to get down to get to the kickoff returner, and again, just poor field position here for Knott Central.
1st and 10 Patriots. The Black Cats have scored on their first 2 offensive possessions of the quarter. They lead 14-0. Knott Central has had 2 possessions. They've had to punt twice. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Napier in the backfield. Now 1 back motions wide to the left.
Timeout,
And
Prestonsburg.
a timeout called by the Black Cats with 24 seconds to play in the first quarter. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. Pharmacist Valerie Akers and Shannon Turner welcome you to come in and take time out for your medications and your health care. That's Parkview Pharmacy at Mini. It's been tough sledding so far tonight, Steve, offensively for Knott County Central. 0 of 2 through the air, averaging just 4 yards a carry on the ground, and really kind of plaguing themselves with some untimely, really unnecessary penalties.
And that first drive, they were, they had a couple of good plays and were awarded the free yardage due to the face mask penalty. And I said you got to take advantage of that, and they just were not able to do it. and it just hasn't been the same since then. Had a couple of costly penalties on that last drive that set them up. They were already in bad field position. So, and I hate to keep talking about it, but it just kind of, this defense for Prestonsburg is kind of where they left off against Knott Central earlier this season. They are just a collective unit right now, and they are just really taking it to the Patriots.
1st and 10, Knott Central at their own 25-yard line. 24 seconds to play in the first quarter. Second round action of the UK Healthcare Sports Medicine State Football Finals in the Class 2A bracket. A couple of other 2A scores that we're going to try to keep an eye on tonight. You've got Bracken County at Breathitt County. Martin County made the trip to Belfry. And Walton Verona visiting Beechwood. And that game is relevant because that could very well be the opponent for the winner of this game next Friday night. And we're still waiting to get back to action. Now we're ready to go. Twins each way for Napier. Dawson Hall goes in motion left to right. Snap is good. Napier looks to his left. Lets it fly high above the outstretched arms of Chance Ambergy. And Ambergy had the inside position on Hyde, and it would have gone for a big gain. Napier just overshot his receiver.
And that was just, it had been a first down, like you said, and Ambergy had to go up high anyway to try to catch it. And Hyden was, you could tell he was going to try to go for the tackle, but if he had a little bit more coverage in the, if he was further back, he could have got an interception right there. But a big break there for Prestonsburg as Ambergy just couldn't hold on to it.
Also looming there in the middle of the field was Clay Runyon. And I don't think Ambergy wanted any part of that.
I wouldn't either.
And before the second down snap, a timeout taken now by Randall Mullins and the Patriots with 18 seconds to play in this first quarter. Another Parkview Pharmacy on-field timeout where pharmacists Valerie Akers and Shannon Turner always take time out to help you with your medications. They ask that you take time out for your health care and visit them at Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie.
So we do have an update on the Covcath Johnson Central game. It is halftime. Covcath up 21-14. 3 plays, 3 touchdowns for Covcath so far.
That is
that's pretty impressive.
That is efficient football.
Yeah, that's about as efficient as you could get. Over 200 rushing yards on those 3 plays. So looks like Johnson Central, we've talked about them a lot this season, in the same breath as Prestonsburg just being some of the better teams in the mountains, but they are in for a fight against Covington Catholic, a team that they have struggled with in this round of the playoffs in 4A the last 3 or 4 years.
That Highlands Covcath wall really plagued them for a long time before they finally broke through and won their first state title several years ago under the direction of the late Jim Matney. And both teams are out of the huddles, and
I guess they got to wait for that TV timeout to get over with or something. I don't know.
Where's the red hat?
Yeah.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 10 for the Patriots at their own 25-yard line. Snaps a good one to Napier. Turns, gives it off to the left side. Preston Shepard. 3 flags come flying in.
And one of them got stuck in Kraft's helmet or his face mask.
And 3 holding calls against the Patriots are going to back them up inside the 15. And when you have 3 different officials all throw a flag.
I know I can't see, but that was the most obvious holding I've ever seen in my life. But, it could have been like 3 separate holdings right there. But
it's going to bring up 2nd and Lancer from the 15-yard line, just a little bit farther than Archer Park.
I think that's going to do it here for the first quarter.
And I think you might be right. Clock's down to 4 seconds, and Patriots just getting to the line. And that will be the final play of the first quarter. The Patriots facing a 2nd and 20 from their own 15 when we begin the second quarter of play. It's the second round of the Class 2A state playoffs. Prestonsburg 14, Knott Central 0. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Defense wins championships. And at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857, and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
2nd and 20 for Knott Central at their own 15-yard line as we begin the second quarter of football. Napier turns and gives it to Isaiah Wilkerson, his first carry of the evening. Gets across the 15 and not much more, and another late flag coming well after the play finished. It's going to be a gain of 2 for Wilkerson.
Penalty flag on the play.
And we'll see what the late flag is for. It's been a flag fest so far here in this one, just 8 seconds into the second quarter.
And it's been one-sided, too, with these flags.
It was a gain of 1 up to the 16-yard line. And Knott Central's offense has already kind of shifted backwards.
Yeah,
it's against the Patriots.
Yeah, it's been stagnant. It's been stagnant ever since that opening drive. And
dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct against Wilkinson after the carry. That's going to pin him back inside the 10 to the 8-yard line, and they've got to get up to the 35 for a first down. And it is a dead ball, so the down's going to change. It's now 3rd and 27 from the 8-yard line. And I don't know what recipe Mullins and his staff had concocted before they got here. I don't think this was it.
No, definitely not.
Handoff goes on the left side to Wilkinson. He's going to be tripped up shy of the 20. It's going to be a good gain, but not nearly enough. It's going to be a pickup of 11. Too bad they needed 27.
I mean,
going to bring up 4th and long.
We talked about it. I talked about it in pregame. Just emotions are going to be flying, or they're going to be high, and you have to keep them in check. You have to keep your emotions in check, especially at this point. And we've seen Knott Central, they just didn't do that over there in Hindman, and they have not been able to do it here tonight.
The 4th punt of the night for Bryson Everidge. He kicks it away from his own 11. This one a high one, not particularly deep, and this one's not going to take the fortuitous bounce that the other couple have taken, as it is downed by Ethan Collins at the Knott Central 47-yard line, and that is where the Black Cats will take over. Looking to make it 3 for 3. They've scored a touchdown on each of their first 2 possessions, and they look to increase their 14-0 lead with 10:47 to play here in the first half. Patton has returned to the lineup. He's not been in the action since he got back onto the field. It looks like he's going to be lined up in the Wildcat. He's going to take it off to the right. Gets a good block by Johnson. Gets across the 45. Patton, one play's all he needed. Tripped up across the 20 and is going to step out of bounds. Boyd just shy of the 15 at the 17-yard line. A 30-yard run for Kane Patton. Welcome back to the offense, Mr. Kane Patton.
Just 2 plays. It's all it took, and just to make his presence known. Just a great run there by Patton. And, of course, again, great to see him out on the field after the initial hit.
First and 10, Prestonsburg at the 17-yard line. Johnson, the keeper, empty backfield. Bounces to the outside, makes a man miss at the 10, stays on his feet across the 5, and Johnson goes into the end zone for another Prestonsburg touchdown. 2 plays, 47 yards, and pay dirt for the Black Cat offense.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was an unbelievable cutback he had right there on that first defender, and he was able to make the second one miss as well. He showed a lot of elusiveness tonight. He's broken a few tackles on these 3 touchdowns, but none more right there. A great run there by Johnson to cap off this drive. Like you said, 2 plays, all it takes.
His second 17-yard touchdown run, another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown in service for more than 30 years, a name you know and trust, McDowell Professional Pharmacy. The 2-point conversion handoff goes to Hatfield, and he's going to dive across the end zone for the conversion, and that makes it 22-0 Prestonsburg with 10:29 to play in this first half. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
It's fall, y'all, and are you ready to fall into some incredible savings with the region's best network, Appalachian Wireless? Come shop the latest devices at prices you'll love and see how our team can better serve you with plans and promotions that are made just for you. Whether you're upgrading, switching, or just looking for the best service, Appalachian Wireless has you covered. So what are you waiting for? Visit us on the web or stop by one of our many retail locations and take advantage of these amazing fall deals. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, B.D. Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Clay Runyon's kickoff fielded inside the 20 by Brody Short. He's able to get it across the 30, still on his feet across the 40, makes a man miss at the 45, and Short will be brought down shy of the 50 at about the 47-yard line. There's a Black Cat down, slow to get up back around the 30. But a good return by Brody Short will set up the Patriots near midfield.
Another flag.
And there is a flag down right at the spot of where Short went down.
I mean, this is getting out of hand.
The Black Cat that was slow to get up, he's walking off was Clay Runyon, and he appears to be okay, just shaking up slightly on the return.
Yeah, so we've got another flag, so it must have been more extracurricular activity after the play. And Knott Central looks like they may be, you see their guys are backed up some already.
And we're awaiting the officials to mark off the penalty or at least announce what it is. 10:18 to play, second quarter, 22-0 Prestonsburg. And a dead ball personal foul against the Black Cats will add 15 yards to the end of the run, which was the 47. So that's going to set up Knott County.
Best field position they've had all night.
By far at the 38-yard line of Prestonsburg.
You had a good return already by Short, and then you tack on that. So they're within striking distance already in plus territory.
Well, I've received 3 texts the last 5 minutes from my wife and Cash both saying that him and Carter are watching. So Cash and Carter, I hope you're staying warm and safe at home with Mom and keeping Nugget in check. And there's a batted pass away at the 5 by Sam Hyden. Ambergy, the intended receiver, incomplete. That's 4 straight incompletions by Napier. Has yet to complete a pass.
I think that was when Ambergy had to turn into the defender on that one as Hyden had another beat on an interception right there. And it was actually a good deflection by Ambergy to prevent that. But like you said, just –
and that was a good play by Napier. Runyon came out.
We got
and there's a flag on the Prestonsburg sideline. I was going to say Runyon had to come out, so Cruz Clark, the freshman, was in his place.
And it looks like Sean Hager is not happy about something, and ref is giving him a shot.
No, this is not the first time tonight that this side official in front of Prestonsburg sideline has had issues with an assistant, and it's not Hager. And we're not going to call him out, but it's not Hager. It's a sideline warning against Prestonsburg, and it's a sideline. It's an assistant or someone on the Prestonsburg sideline.
I just seen Hager did not look happy on that one. So,
no, he was getting on to someone on the sideline, not the official.
Right.
And that's not the first time that he's had a run-in with the side judge. 2nd and 10 as we finally get back to action. Napier, clean pocket and shotgun. Scrambles off to his right. He's going to attempt to run with it. Brought down after a short gain by Maddox Pugh. Got to the 35. It's a gain of 3. 3rd and long, and Maddox Pugh is having himself a ball game.
Yeah, he is. It was just a nice open field for him, tackle right there. And Napier is, you can tell, he went low on the tackle, but Napier is limping off the field, or to the sideline at least, maybe to the coach, maybe try to get another play. Looks like he's going to try to stay in, but he's struggling.
Maddox Pugh with 1 tackle for loss unofficially on the night, and several other open field tackles, limiting the Patriot offense to short gains as they face a 3rd and 7 from the Prestonsburg 35. 9:20 to play in the first half. Prestonsburg up 22-0. 4 receivers to the left for Napier. Shotgun snap over the middle, and it's incomplete off the fingertips of Ambergy. And he saw out of the corner of his eye Drake Hatfield just waiting there for him as he kind of alligator armed that one. Incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Yeah, we've talked about this hard-hitting secondary enough all season, and Ambergy didn't want no part of that, whether it's Clay Runyon or Drake Hatfield or whoever it is. This sets up a 4th down. Obvious situation here where you have to go for it if you're the Patriots. You know, you get great field position off the kickoff return, and then you tack on the penalty as well. It's going to be a wasted opportunity right here for the Patriots if they can't convert.
Cash, I said you were watching, dude. He sent me a text in all caps. Probably at home following the game as well as playing college football or the show on PlayStation, I'm sure. Swing pass on the left side to Gibson on 4th and 6. He's tackled for a loss on the far sideline behind the line of scrimmage by Kane Patton. Couldn't tell if that was a 6 or a 5. It doesn't matter. It's a loss of 1 and a turnover on downs for this Patriot offense, who have just not been able to get anything going here tonight.
And, that was a interesting play call right there to throw a little screen pass, but they weren't even close. And Knott Central, like I said, a wasted opportunity right there. And we talked about Kane Patton. We talked about him on the defensive side. He's racked up some tackles on the defensive side. Hasn't done a whole lot offensively yet. A couple of carries, but some big yards. But offense will take over here.
Giving Cash a hard time. I love you, Cash Montgomery, and Carter Jackson, and Nugget. End around goes on the left side. It's a burst. It's an open field. It's A.J. Johnson.
Again.
Patton was lined up in the Wildcat. It's an end around to Johnson, and he goes untouched. 64 yards for his 4th touchdown of the night, his 3rd consecutive carry that's gone for a touchdown, and it's 28-0 Prestonsburg. My, oh, my.
I'm telling you, he was just tired of Kane Patton getting all the WMDJ player of the games. He wanted his own, and he's on his way to getting it right now. Just an incredible performance here by the young man.
4 rushing touchdowns in the first half for junior quarterback A.J. Johnson.
On how many carries does he have?
Let's see. Unofficially, he has 7 carries for 145 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Wow.
After the touchdown and unsportsmanlike conduct against Kane Patton, so the touchdown will stand.
They said that the next one would result in a disqualification from the game.
And that would loom large for the following game.
Terrible for them
next week,
as he would be suspended for that game.
And the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff as the touchdown will stand. 8:55 to play second quarter, and the Black Cats have scored on every offensive possession that they have had this half. Going for the 2-point conversion. Johnson in shotgun, puts Hatfield in motion to the right. Empty backfield. Throws it left side, and it's picked off. And in high school, you cannot return it. But an interception for Isaiah Wilkinson. He tried to get 2 points out of it, but all for naught. 28-0 Prestonsburg. 8:55 to play first half. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
28-0. Prestonsburg leading Knott Central. 8:55 to play in the second quarter. Clay Runyon, squib kick from his own 30, and it's going to be recovered by the Black Cats. And on the recovery was Drake Hatfield. He pounces on it at the 43, and Prestonsburg's offense will come right back out onto the turf. They could put this clock in motion, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter.
See, Knott Central wasn't expecting that because they've kicked it so deep already every other time. They were not expecting that, and I think it went the full 10 yards anyway, and then a Knott Central player touched the ball, wasn't able to recover it, and Hatfield was able to pounce on it. So like you said right here, a great opportunity for Prestonsburg to get the clock in motion. I think that may have been while they were trying this. And they've already had the big play abilities in a very short amount of time to break off these big plays.
1st and 10, Prestonsburg at their own 43. Johnson puts a man in motion. It's Patton. It's a jet touch pass to Patton. Across the 45, there's a flag. Patton's going to go one touch to the end zone. But I think this one's going to be coming back.
That's the reason there was a big open hole right there, because there was a hold right at about the 45. So, yeah, this one will be coming back.
Man, oh, man.
He was gone, though. But
holding against the Black Cats will back him up and nullify the touchdown run. We talked in the pregame, he needs one touchdown to tie that single-season total touchdown mark set by Matt Sloan back in 2001. Patton has 34 total offensive touchdowns on the season. Sloan had 35, and that's going to go down as a 2-yard pass because of the play. The penalty was a couple of yards upfield, if you want to be technical about it. And why would you not be scoring along at home?
Of course.
Replay first down, 1st and 17 now from the 35, and not before a Prestonsburg timeout with 8:26 to play in the second quarter. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, where pharmacist Valerie Akers and Shannon Turner will always take time out to answer any questions you have about your medications, and they advise you to take time out for your health care and pay them a visit at Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie. Well, Prestonsburg's right now, Steve, batting 1,000. Every time they've had the ball, they've scored a touchdown, and it's come in a hurry.
Yeah.
They have 11 carries, and all but one has gone for either a first down or a touchdown.
Well, I mean, like you said, a very efficient play so far here in this first half, and all of this was without Kane Patton. All of it's been Alex Johnson, and he scored been accounted for all the touchdowns so far, and it just, we talked about the arsenal of weapons they have. It's just, of course, it all revolves around Patton, but you have to throw in Johnson and Hatfield and some other guys as well, and Johnson has really carried the load so far here in this first half.
It's 1st and
we'll try it again.
It's going to jet touch sweep to pass to Patton. Another flag in the backfield. He runs out of bounds after a gain of about 8. But we'll see. It's another holding call against the Black Cats. And it's twice you've run the jet pass, and it's twice resulted in a holding penalty.
Yeah, maybe try to go away from that.
Let's put that one back in the back of the playbook for a little bit.
Yeah, and of course, and we've seen that Patton really, I guess he could always afford to have an extra blocker on the outside, but he really don't need it with the speed he has. He can just break it off on his own.
It is now 1st and Oxshire from the Prestonsburg 25. 1st and 28. Well, you got 4 chances to get 28 yards.
They can get it in one.
1st and 28 from their own 25. 8:10 to play, second quarter. Patton in motion. It's a fake to Patton. Johnson keeps it. Breaks one tackle at the 25. Johnson through the defense across the 50. He's got the first down and then some. At the 20. 10. Touchdown, A.J. Johnson.
No flags.
What'd you say about one play?
Told you.
My goodness.
Man.
75 yards for A.J. Johnson. Have yourself a first half offensively.
This is unbelievable.
Another McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. 75-yard run by A.J. Johnson, his 5th rushing touchdown of the half, and that makes it 34-0 Prestonsburg, and we still have 7:55 to go in the second quarter. And they're going to kick the extra point just to simply prolong the inevitable. Let's just make this death by 1,000 cuts.
Take it.
Patton's going to be the kicker. He kicks it up. It's a high one. It's straight, and it's good. 35-0 Prestonsburg over Knott Central. 7:55 to play, second quarter. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Hey, this is Pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. Your feet are your foundation, and taking care of them is essential. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and at Parkview Pharmacy, we understand the unique challenges you face when it comes to foot care. That's why we offer a wide range of over-the-counter diabetic foot care items to assist you in living your best life. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy and let us help you put your best foot forward. Give us a call at 606-377-2117.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Another nice special teams play, this one by Keenan Welch, the sophomore who chased down Brody Short shy of the 30, and the Patriots take over at their own 29-yard line. And the clock is rolling now, 7:24 to play.
We're not in a running clock situation, Whitehead says. Almost.
I mean, it's
but no cigar just yet.
That lady is warming up her vocal cords backstage. She's getting that honey. 7:23 to play in the second quarter. Black Cats rolling 35-0. Patriot football at their own 29, 1st and 10. Napier under center for the first time tonight. Turns, gives it to Gibson off left side. Gets the first down and more across the 50. Makes a man miss at the 45 and shoved down from behind by Drake Hatfield at the Prestonsburg 44.
That was obviously the best play they've had all night. And it looks like he was stopped by Hatfield and also might have tripped up just a little bit, but a great run there by Gibson to get Knott Central in good field position. But as we've seen so far tonight, that it necessarily doesn't mean anything, but a positive play right there for them.
A 27-yard run for Shane Gibson, his longest of the night, the longest play of the night for the Patriots by far. Heavy set again for the Patriots. 1st and 10 at the 44. Gibson gets it again. He's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Barron Kraft is in there on the play. He was the first man there to bring Gibson down for a 1-yard loss back at the 45.
I'm telling you what, you talk about Brody Hicks and all the big names, Noah Price, Maddox Pugh, and Tyler Stevens, but Barron Kraft he is a game changer on that line. It just comes, you got him and Hicks off the edge, and it's been unstoppable all season. And even they're just going to collapse to the middle and strut down that run game as well. But Barron Kraft has been a special player all season.
2nd and 11 Patriots at the Prestonsburg 45. Napier under center. Play action pass, clean pocket, looking deep down the left side. There's Sam Hyden, And it's caught, by
Wow.
Chance Ambergy. Stays on his feet across the 10, down to the 7-yard line. What a catch by Chance Ambergy.
And we got a Knott Central player down back here at the line of scrimmage. But an absolute bomb right there by Napier. And that's been a matchup we've seen all night with Hyden and Ambergy. Kind of went back and forth so far, but Ambergy was able to win that battle.
I was totally expecting Hyden to come away with that interception.
He had a beat on it.
It was slightly underthrown, and he was there waiting for it, even went up in the air to grab it, and Ambergy just came out of nowhere from behind and just straight up mossed him and was brought down at the 7-yard line, a gain of 38 yards. There is a Patriot down back near the line of scrimmage at the 45. Knott Central will have it first and goal from the Prestonsburg 7 when we come back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
The Patriots knocking on the door of the end zone. First and goal at the Prestonsburg 7 following a 38-yard completion from Napier to Chance Ambergy. Play action rollout. Napier keeps it around the left side, gets across the 5 before being shoved out of bounds. They're going to give him the 4, a short gain of 3. Inside the 5 up to the 4 brings up second and goal.
That was just a simple bootleg play right there by Napier, just trying to get anything he can. Wheatley, it's a ladybug. It's okay. It's okay. It's just a lady. You're scared? It's a ladybug.
Don't let our football game interrupt your bug problem.
Well, that caught my attention, but nice pick up by Napier. We'll just go with that.
Maybe you can pick up the pests up here in the press box. Run up the middle goes to, looked like Wilkinson got the carry up the gut. We'll see. It was Gibson, gets the ball to the 2. It's a gain of 2. That brings up third and goal from the Prestonsburg 2-yard line. Boy, what a stop this will be for the Black Cat defense after giving up a couple of big plays on this drive.
Yeah, and then they take pride in their defense, and they did everything they could last week to, even with their backups in, to sustain that shutout against Eastridge. No good and well they would like to keep that going here also, but a great opportunity for Knott Central to put in some points right here.
Heavy backfield behind Napier under center. Third and goal from the 2. He turns,
Wow,
he falls down, he was tripped. Pitches it back to Gibson, who gets the touchdown across the goal line. Boy, Noah Price was at the ankles of Napier before he even got the handoff back. That was as impressive as the pitch itself.
I mean, he was falling, and as he was falling, he was able to, and it was a high pitch, and Gibson was able to corral it in and get the touchdown, but just a great play there by Knott Central as they finally get some points.
A McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown, a name you know and trust for over 30 years. McDowell Professional Pharmacy. 35-6 your score. The Patriots lining up to go for the 2-point conversion after Shane Gibson took the toss and punched it into the end zone. Napier and Ambergy kind of stopped on the inward slant, and there was no one there at the back of the end zone. Falls incomplete. So the Patriots are on the board. 35-6 your score, 4:50 to play second quarter. Back in 60 seconds on FM 100 Sports.
Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get it, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
So the shutout is no more. Knott Central cracks the end zone 35-6, 4:50 to play second quarter. Prestonsburg set to receive the ensuing kickoff. The Black Cats will receive the third quarter kickoff as well. They won the toss and elected to defer. And that was the first Knott Central possession where they did not have to punt. And that was aided by a 38-yard pitch and catch from Connor Napier to Chance Amberge. That was an impressive display of athleticism on the receiving end of that long pass.
I mean, that ball was up for grabs both ways. And we do have a score update from Central and Catholic, tied at 21 in the third.
That's going to be a good old-fashioned good one down the stretch
no
there
doubt.
at Eagle Field in Paintsville. Parker Settles, the junior kicker, will kick the ball off from his own 40. It's a pooch kick across the 50. It's a live football.
Yeah.
And Knott Central's going to fall on it.
Yeah, Keenan Welch, I think he didn't see it. He was the one blocking here right in front of us at about the 50.
A great kick by Parker Settles. And
Prestonsburg wasn't expecting that one, just like Knott Central wasn't expecting the previous
let's see.
one,
It went 10 yards.
It went the full 10.
I don't know if it was touched because it went backwards 5. So it actually went a net 5 yards. And I don't know.
The ball was right there near Welch as he was blocking on his assignment, but I think it went the full 10.
Well, it went 10.
Yeah.
If it was not touched, it went backwards an extra 5, and so therefore it did not go the 10 yards. It must have been touched by someone because it's Knott Central football at their own 45-yard line.
That's a big break for the Patriots here to see what they can do.
Wow.
Get 4 points.
Patriot football, 1st and 10 at their own 45 after they recovered the onside kick. Napier under center, turns, gives it to Preston Shepard across the 40. Still on his feet. That's Wilkinson. Reverses Fields at the 35.
He's got some space.
He's got a blocker, Amberge.
He's gone.
Wilkinson to the house.
2 flags.
But there's 2 flags back at the 45, and they're both coming back as it's holding against Knott Central.
Man, that is huge. Just for the fact that Wilkinson was able to cut back and go opposite field, and just a great effort by him as he had a couple of guys try to bring him down. And another costly penalty if you're Knott Central to take points off the board.
A costly penalty, yes, but you can feel this rejuvenated energy coming from the Patriots
they've got
on the far sideline and those in attendance here in the stands.
A big wave of momentum right now after getting that ball back. I mean, I know they do have to move back after this penalty, but offensively they've started to put a little something together, especially after that last drive, to see what they can do here to capitalize.
It's going to go down as a gain of 7. But with the holding penalty, it's going to back him up to the 43, so it's 1st and 13. 4:20 to play in the second quarter. The Patriots trying to get back-to-back scores. Handoff again goes to Wilkinson, and he's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage for a loss on the play.
That was complete opposite of what he just done right there. He was
Noah Price, Brody Hicks in there on the tackle, as well as Karsten Johnson. Logan Stumbo.
Well, that's the thing, Josh. If you're anybody, especially on offense, if you keep shooting yourself in the foot with these penalties, or even negative plays, this Prestonsburg defense is going to make you pay for it. And it seems this is going to be what's going to happen right now.
2nd and 15. Handoff again to Wilkinson. And again, tackled for a loss. This one is Barron Kraft. Spins him down for a loss of 3 on the play.
And, I mean, you're in a 3rd and long situation right now, and you even were after the penalty with, in 1st and 2nd and long, but, 2 plays in a row going backwards. You think they're going to try to maybe air one out possibly to Amberg again, see if they can get a big play. That's been the matchup with him and Hyden all night so far.
3rd and 17 from their own 39-yard line. The clock under 3 minutes to play in this first half.
We going 3rd and Cliffside?
Sure.
All right.
I like 3rd and Cliffside.
Okay.
Napier. First man gets the carry through. It's Preston Shepard.
It's close.
Tripped up across the 50, shy of the 45 at about the 46. Shepard slow to get up, but a big gain on the play brings up 4th and 2 from the Prestonsburg 46.
And that was a little bit of soft coverage right there by Prestonsburg. I think they were expecting a pass, and Knott Central caught them off guard, but definitely a 4th and 1. They're going for it here now as we approach 2 minutes. So this is could be a key play for both units here as we get closer to halftime.
Knott Central timeouts remaining in the half. The clock continuing to roll down to 2:10. 4th and 2 from the 46. Napier under center. Gives it to Shepard. It's a first down across the 40.
Nice
and he
play.
goes down at the 37-yard line. A first down pickup moves the chains and stops the clock for a moment at the Prestonsburg 37.
Well, Knott Central really got rolling. They got a big break right there on that big run by Wilkerson to set up the easy 4th down conversion. And you said it, I mean, after that last drive, they got a touchdown and immediately got the ball back. That was huge for their confidence, and they have definitely put together a nice drive here. Still trying to get some more points on the board.
1:35 to play in the half. Pistol for Napier. Gives it to Wilkinson. Up the gut. First down and then some. Tackled shy of the 25 at the 26. It's a first down run. Still no timeout signal from Mullins. Actually, they're going to give him the 27, and it is a first down. A gain of 10 up to the Prestonsburg 27, and now we have a timeout called by Randall Mullins and Knott Central with 1:16 to play in the half. Patriots down 35-6. They have 1 timeout remaining, trying to find the end zone before the halftime break because the Black Cats will get the football to open up the third quarter.
And Wilkerson's been the guy. I mean, just about every possession, he has gotten the ball and had that big touchdown brought back, but they did not shy away from him. And he's a big physical guy out there. And even though the Prestonsburg defense were able to contain him on a couple of plays, but he's really been the bell cow this drive. And they are driving and try to get some more points in this first half. And as soon as I said the update, it was tied at 21 before the kickoff there. Cove Cats scored again, so it's 28-21. So we just about toward the end of the third, I'd say the third quarter is over by now. So John Central with their perfect season on the line against a tough opponent in Covington Catholic.
A couple of other scores to update you on. Middlesboro leads Hazard 16-6 in the first half. Napier, the ball slips out of his hands. It's a
live ball or
incomplete pass. Well, that is a break for Knott Central.
That was huge.
As it also stops the clock. He was looking for Michael Gibson on the near sideline, and the ball just slipped out of his hands, incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
There was a big break right there because there was a couple of Prestonsburg players that were getting close to that ball, but Napier was able to recover it.
I mentioned in Class A, Middlesboro leads Hazard 16-6. Also in Class A, Pikeville over Williamsburg in the second quarter, 28-6. And Belfry all over Martin County in the first half, 28-0. 2nd and 10 Patriots. Napier going deep on the left side. He's got a man, and it's batted away at the last second by Hyden. A great play by the freshman Hyden.
It sure was.
On Ambergy. to deny the touchdown catch. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And listen, that has been a fun one to watch. They have been going back and forth, and you think about Ambergy, a senior, Hyden, a freshman, and we've seen them going back and forth in their first matchup this season. But Ambergy got him earlier, and you said mossed him, but that was just a great defensive play right there by Hyden as well.
Kind of tussling at Ambergy with the left hand and got the right hand up at the last second to deflect the pass. 3rd and 10. Handoff goes to Wilkinson, the quick hitter, and he's tripped up and will be brought down at the 25-yard line after a short gain of 2. Brings up 4th and 8 with under a minute to play, and a timeout called. The final timeout called by Knott Central Prestonsburg calls their final timeout, wanting to get the ball back and try to score again with 54 seconds to play in the half prior to a 4th and 8 play coming from the Patriots. This on-field timeout brought to you by Parkview Pharmacy and Mini Pharmacist Valerie Akers and Shannon Turner will always take time out to help you with your medications. They ask that you take time out for your health care and visit Parkview Pharmacy at Mini.
We do have several comments. Well, we've got a few, but on our Facebook live stream, Lakeisha and Anthony Reed. Let's go Patriots. So we got some Knott County folks tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in to watch your Patriots tonight. Travis Hall, Black Cats. Lucy Salmons, go Black Cats. And Zach Hicks, go Patriots. So comments are split right now. So I have 2 anyways. You may have more. But thank you all so much for tuning in with us this evening. If you're for Prestonsburg, if you're for Knott Central or neutral or casual watcher, we do definitely appreciate
we fully acknowledge there are several options that you have at your disposal, and we greatly appreciate you tuning in, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, whether it's on the website, the mobile app, the traditional radio dial. However you are tuning in tonight, we thank you for choosing WMDJ. 4th and 8. Napier looks left, now rolls to his right. He goes a man over the middle. It's incomplete.
Almost got it.
Thrown into triple coverage. And that's going to be a turnover on downs back to the Black Cats. Napier now just 2 of 10 passing the football tonight here in the first half.
I think that was Ambergy was the target, but like you said, triple coverage, and he still got a hand on it somehow. But when you're thrown into that type of coverage, it's tough. I don't care how accurate you are, it's tough to get it in there. And so Prestonsburg got the ball with 49 seconds left. You're on your, about the 20?
They're 75 yards away.
Yeah, 25.
The last time they had the football, they were in the same spot.
One play.
And it ended in 6.
So, and, of course, it was Johnson who has had his name called all night long, and we're just still in the first half. And we got to wonder if it's going to be him or Patton again.
1st and 10 Black Cats at their own 25. Patton split out wide to the left. Hatfield goes in motion out from the backfield. Johnson, shotgun snap. Looks for Patton deep on the left side. Patton, and it's picked off.
What a catch.
What an interception by Brody Short at the 41-yard line.
He went down on that one. He went up to get it, and he was slow to get up.
He probably got the wind knocked out of him. What an interception by Short.
Great effort.
And I think Patton might have lost the football on the route.
He had no idea. And by the time he did find it, it was already intercepted, and Patton was the one that made the stop. So Knott Central, not just 6 seconds ran off the clock there. So let's see what they could do here.
They still have the one timeout. 43 seconds to play, the first turnover of the night for the Black Cats. 4 receivers to the left for Napier, 1 split wide to the right. Shotgun snap is a clean one. Looking to his left. He's got a man, out of the outstretched arm of Gibson. Had him on the wheel route. Near the first down marker, falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 with a stopped clock at 37 seconds.
He was wide open on that wheel and just overthrew him. Gibson was able to outstretch his hand to get a hand on it. Just wasn't able to corral it in. So a 2nd down here for Knott Central. And obviously, you're in a situation where you have to be aggressive, even with one timeout and a lot of field to cover. But you've got to be aggressive and try to get some more points here going into half. And with, like you said, Prestonsburg getting the ball.
2nd and 10, same formation for the Patriots. Napier, it's a clean snap. Goes deep on the left side. And incomplete. Nice effort by Ambergy. Again, him and Hayden going at it at the 30-yard line. Falls incomplete. 3rd and 10 forthcoming for Knott Central.
I'm telling you, Hayden has been there all first half. He's due for an interception. He has been close several times because Knott Central, that's really the only way they pass the ball so far is deep passes. So that's going to give you more of an opportunity if you're Hayden to get an interception. They've had several so far in this first half.
Third and 10 for the Patriots at their own 41-yard line following the Brody Short interception.
Is this going to be one of those situations where if Knott Central doesn't get it here, you still leave Prestonsburg with a little time left on the clock?
4 receivers again to the left. Napier, clean snap being chased by Hicks, and Hicks brings him down back at the 20. They're going to give him forward progress, stopped at the 31. That's a loss of 10. Brody Hicks with his 2nd tackle for loss and 1st quarterback sack. And that might bring an end to the first half of play. What a play by Brody Hicks, who just kept after it and eventually finally got Napier to the ground. And that will be the final play of the first half. Prestonsburg opened the game with 35 straight points. The Patriots couldn't quite capitalize on an interception. And the Black Cats lead it big time over Knott Central at the break, 35-6 as we head to the locker room. Your Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk Douglas Ray Hall halftime show comes up in just a moment. We'll also take a trip back in time to 2014, 11 years ago.
You are correct.
In tonight's this date in Floyd County football history to a second-round playoff game for the Black Cats under then-head coach John DeRosset. But here it's been a good one for the Prestonsburg Black Cats, 35-6 over Knott Central at the break. Your halftime report coming up in 3 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. One of the things that makes us the region's best network isn't just our coverage, it's that we're local. You'll find real people right here from home, ready to help you get the best deals on the latest devices. We hear the other carriers bragging about how they cover the middle of nowhere, but this isn't nowhere. All our roads lead to somewhere. So come home to Appalachian Wireless. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, B.D. Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Hey, this is Pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. Your feet are your foundation, and taking care of them is essential. November is National Diabetes Awareness Month, and at Parkview Pharmacy, we understand the unique challenges you face when it comes to foot care. That's why we offer a wide range of over-the-counter diabetic foot care items to assist you in living your best life. Stop by Parkview Pharmacy and let us help you put your best foot forward. Give us a call at 606-377-2117.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Welcome back to Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium. We're at the half. Prestonsburg all over Knott County Central, 35-6. Prestonsburg opened up the football game, scoring 35 consecutive points, all via rushing touchdowns from quarterback A.J. Johnson. 5 rushing touchdowns in the first half for Johnson, 8 carries, 220 yards, and 5 scores unofficially for Johnson in the first half. Knott Central was able to get on the board with 4:50 to play in the half on a 2-yard run by Shane Gibson. Knott Central recovered the onside kick. They were not able to get points on the board. They turned it over on downs. They got an interception from Brody Short, and then the half ended after a sack by Brody Hicks on Connor Napier, and that is where we stand right now, 35-6 at the break. This halftime report brought to you by your Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk, Douglas Ray Hall, who wants to congratulate all Floyd County athletes for a successful fall sports season. Golf, volleyball, football, of course, basketball right around the corner. Archery's all season long. Your Floyd County Circuit Court Clerk, Douglas Ray Hall. It's been a struggle in the first half offensively, Steve, for Knott Central, aside from 2 plays, really, a 38-yard pass from Connor Napier to Chance Ambergy, and then we saw Shane Gibson, Isaiah Wilkinson each break off a decent run, but they've really been plagued by penalties on both sides of the football. They get a big play, it's brought back on a penalty, or they get a decent stop on defense, and it's give Prestonsburg 15 extra yards. They've really kind of struggled with the penalty aspect of it, really playing emotional. I mentioned it, like Jeremy always said, they're playing emotional instead of really playing with emotion, and that's really kind of costing them in the penalty department.
And they tried to put a little bit of momentum together at the end of the first half there with the touchdown drive that they had, and then really surprised Prestonsburg with that onside kick and was able to recover. But after that, it wasn't necessarily penalties, it was just negative plays, especially with that sack to end the quarter. But I mean, if you're Prestonsburg, I mean, you're playing emotional, but you're a little bit emotional. You've had some issues, but everything else has been great. The defense, they probably wanted to keep that shutout intact, but you're got to be happy with where you're at right now, especially on the offensive side without Kane Patton. He hasn't been much of a factor due to the targeting hit that he received in the first quarter, but we talked about the other weapons they have. Alex Johnson has taken over this game in the first half, accounting for all the touchdowns.
Some individual numbers for the Patriots. Connor Napier really struggling throwing the football, just 2 of 12 for a net 37 yards. He had a 38-yard completion to Chance Ambergy, the other a loss on the play to Shane Gibson. Gibson is the leading rusher, 64 yards on 12 carries. He does have a touchdown. Isaiah Wilkinson and Preston Shepard each with 24 yards, and Napier able to scramble for 16 yards. All in all, 128 yards on the ground for the Patriots on 25 carries, 5.1 yards per carry. Completely different story for the Prestonsburg offense. A.J. Johnson as a passer, 1 of 2 for 2 yards. He does have an interception. The one completion went to Kane Patton. On the ground, however, Johnson 8 carries, 220 yards, 5 touchdowns in the first half. Patton has 2 carries for 82 yards. Colin Hatfield 2 carries for 24 yards. That is 326 rushing yards on 12 carries and 5 touchdowns for Prestonsburg. That is more than 27 yards per carry.
Well, I mean, you talk about Patton, and he hadn't been much of a factor, but still has 82 yards on 2 carries. It just shows you how dynamic he is.
And you're right, but I think when he's in the game, at least when he's come back from being shaken up, he's been kind of a decoy.
Yeah, he really
has. They've gotten him the ball in space on the kind of the jet touch passes. But you can see the respect that the defense of Knott County has for him because even with him just being on the field, you have to account for him in some way or another, and that's really opened things up for number 2.
Yeah, they've keyed in on him a lot, and Johnson has really taken advantage of that. And you just have to give it to him. And I think Prestonsburg probably knew that was going to be the game plan, that Knott Central was going to come on here, and most of their focus was going to be on Patton. So I'm sure they drew up game plans where they were going to do a lot of keepers and sweeps, and it's worked out to perfection for them so far in this first half.
Well, we've kind of asked ourselves, the last couple of weeks, what would happen if Patton wasn't a factor, if he wasn't getting his production, if he was kind of taken out of a ball game. And we didn't mean by taking a shot to the head, but he's really been kind of a non-factor.
Yeah.
Non-factor in terms of production, but he's a factor because you have to account for him, and we're seeing the night that Johnson is having 220 yards and 5 touchdowns. Prestonsburg leads it 35-6 at the break. When we come back, we'll take a trip back in time to 2014 and look at what the Black Cats did on this date 11 years ago in the playoffs. We'll also run down some scores of other games of interest in the area. 35-6 your score here at the break. Prestonsburg on top of Knott County Central. Back in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time and energy and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry. When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Back at Black Cat Stadium, Prestonsburg leads Knott Central 35-6 at the break. Let's take a trip back in time to this date, November 14th in 2014. Prestonsburg played host to the Danville Admirals. Of course, this was back the last time they made consecutive appearances in the region final. They knocked off Danville 40-23. And an impressive rushing performance 11 years ago. Dalton Frazier, 226 yards on 27 carries, 3 rushing touchdowns. Jared Jarrell, 22 carries, 78 yards from the quarterback position for a couple of scores. And Stephen Little, a fumble return for a touchdown for the Black Cats in their 17-point win over the Danville Admirals on this date 11 years ago.
A lot of familiar names on that. Dalton Frazier, Jared Jarrell, and, of course, Stephen Little as well. But, 11 years ago, I mean, that was one of the great Prestonsburg teams in this prestigious history, and it's a big-time win for them to move on to the regional championship.
And they would fall in the playoffs to Shelby Valley in overtime in the region final. And that was the following week. This week we're focused on the Danville win 11 years ago.
And you got it right.
Here at Black Cat Stadium, 40-23, November 14th of 2014. Some other scores to look at from around the area. A dandy going on right now at Johnson Central. The Golden Eagles 29, Covington Catholic 28. 2:30 to play,
and
the Colonels have just scored a touchdown to go up 34-29 with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the fourth quarter in that one.
Wow.
That in Class 4A. Also in Class 4A in the second quarter, Corbin over Lincoln County 27-0. In Class 1A, Middlesboro on top of Hazard at the half 16-6. In the third quarter, Pikeville leads Williamsburg 35-12. In Class 2A, start of the fourth quarter, Belfry just steamrolling Martin County 56-0 at the start of the fourth quarter on Pond Creek. Also in Class 2A, a bit of a surprise at the half. Danville, what a turnaround for the Admirals.
Wow.
Coincidentally, they lead Somerset 7-6. It's 35-6 here. Prestonsburg on top of Knott Central. We'll take one final 2-minute break and come back with the third quarter. Prestonsburg set to receive. Back in 2 minutes on FM 100 Sports.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations, keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
35-6, your score here at the break. Prestonsburg.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy from Appalachian Wireless. One of the things that makes us the region's best network isn't just our coverage, it's that we're local. You'll find real people right here from home, ready to help you get the best deals on the latest devices. We hear the other carriers bragging about how they cover the middle of nowhere, but this isn't nowhere. All our roads lead to somewhere. So come home to Appalachian Wireless. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Beatty Nunnery, and Jacob Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hazard.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
35-6, your score here at the half. Prestonsburg leading Knott County Central. Big first half for Black Cat junior quarterback A.J. Johnson. 8 carries, 220 yards, 5 touchdowns. A big talking point coming into tonight. Obviously, Kane Patton and kind of in search for that single-season total touchdown mark. He's one away from tying it. The record is 35, set by Matt Sloan back in 2001. Patton has 34. He was knocked out on a targeting call in the first quarter, was able to walk off the field. He's been in the game, but you can tell maybe Coach Hager not wanting to kind of press the issue with him, you don't want him to get hit too many times.
Yeah.
He's been playing defense, special teams offense. He's been on the field, which is good to see, but not really been in the middle of the action, I guess you could say, at least in that first half.
Yeah, and still, like you said, he still got 82 yards on 2 carries. So.
Yeah.
But, and like you said, it was a scary sight, to see him get hit like that. And we thought it may have been a lower body injury, maybe a knee or an ankle. And when they said targeting, and then you have to worry about the possibility of a concussion. But, he was able to go off the field in his own power, so that was a good thing to see.
Knott Central to kick off. Parker settles, kicking to Cruz Clark and Sam Hyde and a couple of freshmen. It's a pooch kick and will not go the required 10 yards. It goes about 9.5 out of bounds, shy of the 50. And so the Black Cats will take over with good field position to start this third quarter.
Well, they tried it again. That was really close again. And Welch was right there on that side. I think that's who it may have touched the last time they tried that. But Prestonsburg will get good field position here. And you see Patton out there on the offense, on the offensive side for Prestonsburg. And probably have to think this may be – try to keep him in one more drive to try to get that touchdown and tie Matt Sloan's record.
Third quarter football brought to you by Appalachian Wireless. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless. Free kick out of bounds will be 5 yards from where the ball went out of bounds up to the Knott Central 44-yard line. So excellent field position and plus territory for the Black Cats. Their first possession of this second half. Trips to the right for Johnson by himself and shotgun in the backfield. It's a clean snap. It's Patton in the Wildcat. Tries to get around the defensive line. There's a flag in the backfield. He's going to be tripped up around the 35. That would be short of a first down, but it's going to be holding against the Black Cats, and we'll back him up inside Prestonsburg territory.
So that is 3 carries he's had that have been called back for penalties, so he could have over 150 yards already, but
and that one came out pretty quick. It's going to back the Black Cats up just across their 45-yard line, or just near the 45 at the 46. So that's going to be 1st and 20 as they replay first down. And they're trying to get him some yards. They're trying to get him some action. But you're right, it's been a couple of plays, and when he's touched the football, it's been going the other direction because of penalties.
But again, that doesn't matter. We seen him have a 1st and 28 and needed 28 and got 74 in that first half.
3 receivers to the left. Shotgun snap is good for Johnson. Bounces to the outside on the far side. Gets across the 50. And 3 flags come flying in at the end of the play. He's tackled at the 47 of Knott Central. So it's a gain of 6, but we'll see what the flags are for if the 6-yard run stands for Johnson.
I didn't really see much of that would have been holding.
Well, both side judges and the back judge threw a flag at the end of the play. A personal foul face mask during the run against the Patriots. So that's going to set the Black Cats up inside the 35-yard line all the way up to the 33. A new set of downs for Prestonsburg, 1st and 10 inside the Knott Central 35-yard line.
So you get a holding penalty and push them back and then give them an automatic set of downs.
Cancel each other out.
Yeah, they cancel each other out, but just another costly penalty there for
Johnson split wide to the left. Patton in the Wildcat with Hatfield. Patton's going to get it across the 30 and will be brought down just shy of the 25-yard line. A solid pickup of about 6 again for Patton. Brings up 2nd and short.
No penalty on that one, so a positive play there for Patton. He hadn't had many of them tonight, but was able to get a few.
Actually give him a gain of 5 up to the 28-yard line. We're just about a minute and a half into this third quarter. Johnson jogging back onto the field inside the offensive huddle to relay the play from his head coach, Wes Hager. 22-2.
Yeah.
In his 2 years as head coach, that's a pretty good start.
Sure is.
Hatfield up the middle, breaks through a tackle at the 25, picks up the first down across the first down at the 27, And another flag comes in.
Yeah, a little extracurricular, as usual, between these two teams. I don't know if it's going to be another.
There's a first down pickup of 6 for Hatfield up to the 22, and we're going to mark off a penalty against the Patriots. Here's the call from the White Hat. A dead ball, another dead ball, personal foul. And those are, I mean, he picked up the first down, but those are 15-yard penalties. They're automatic first downs, and now the Black Cats are now just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line.
And they haven't had hardly very many positive plays on this drive so far. It's all been penalties.
They've had runs of 6, 5, and 6. End around goes to Patton. Nice job by the Patriots to bring him down for a loss back near the 15. In there on the play was Zach Lovins, the sophomore defensive lineman, and that's going to be a loss of 2.
And, Josh, I'll tell you what, right now, and we talked about it right before we came back on after halftime, and they've really keyed in on Patton. This Knott Central defense, I mean, I know that Alex Johnson's had the game of his life here, but, I mean, you knew the focus was going to be on Patton, and they have done a great job containing him tonight.
Second and about 14. Second and 13 from the Knott Central 14-yard line. 9:20 to play, third quarter. Black Cats up big. And there's a flag on the snap, and it's going to be a legal motion against the Black Cats. So back them up 5 more. So what was 1st and 10 from the 11 is now 2nd and 18 from the 19-yard line. And you're going backwards in a hurry if you're Prestonsburg.
We're going second Water Gap this time?
Yeah, no, not quite Water Gap. No, we'll go second in Mountain Arts Center.
No, maybe second Spurlock. That's across from the MAC. So
2nd and 19. Or 2nd and 18 from the 19-yard line. Twins out to the left. That's Allen and Patton. Johnson and shotgun. It's a keeper up the middle. And gets tackled across the 15 at the 14. So a gain of 5. We'll bring up 3rd and long just across the Knott Central 15-yard line.
Listen, I'm not trying to take away from this game, but we've got this Johnson Central Covcath game pulled up here. So Covcath is up by a touchdown, and Johnson Central's got it on about their 15-yard line, or no, the 10, with 15 seconds left. I mean, this has been an exciting one.
This one, the score is lopsided, but honestly, it doesn't feel like a 29-point game.
No, it really doesn't. It really doesn't.
Trips to the left. Johnson looking to the left. He's got Patton on the wide receiver screen. Patton is going to get into the end zone for his first touchdown of the night, and that ties the single-season record with Matt Sloan, his 35th total touchdown on the season.
That was just a simple little screen pass, and Patton was able to break free and do what he does best, get in the end zone, and he's done it a lot this year to the tune of a school record now tied for it with Matt Sloan. And you talk about how he's been able to do that, majority of them on the rushing side. That one was a receiving touchdown.
A 14-yard receiving touchdown for Patton on the wide receiver screen makes it 41-6. And Patton will attempt the PAT with 8 minutes to play in the third. It's up and it's good. 42-6. Prestonsburg scores on its first drive of the third quarter. 8 minutes to play in the third. Black Cats rolling up 36 on Knott Central. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
Hey there, this is pharmacist Valerie Akers at Parkview Pharmacy. We're ready to make flu season flu-tastic. Dance your way through flu season with our flu vaccine. At Parkview Pharmacy, our staff are like flu-busting superheroes, and we are armed with the power of prevention. A quick, painless shot will keep you feeling fabulous all season long. Swing on by Parkview Pharmacy at Minnie, because the only thing contagious here is good vibes. Call and schedule your flu-tastic appointment at 606-377-2117. Walk-ins are welcome also.
This is Douglas Ray Hall, your Floyd County Circuit Clerk. For over 25 years, I've been promoting and praising our local athletes. But behind every athlete, there's a team. But it's not just coaches and teammates. It's parents who wake up early for practice, grandparents who cheer the loudest every game, and family members who stand by through every victory and defeat. They give their time, their energy, and their endless support, shaping the hearts and the minds of the next generation. To the parents, grandparents, and families of our athletes, thank you. We are forever grateful. Douglas Ray Hall, your Circuit Court Clerk.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Kickoff returned by Brody Short out to the 35-yard line, and the clock is in motion with Prestonsburg on top by 36, 42-6 with 7:30 to play and counting in the third quarter. And Steve, a heartbreaking loss just up the road in Paintsville for the Johnson Central Golden Eagles.
They had it on. They were able to spike the ball with 1 second, had one last play on the 10-yard line, and threw an incomplete pass in the end zone. Just a tough loss, heartbreaking for the Golden Eagles.
Their only loss comes in the second round of the playoffs to a team that's been kryptonite for them over the years. And here, a tackle for loss
I think it might have been
by
Hatfield
Logan
there.
Stumbo.
I seen a 4 there. 44.
Brings down Isaiah Wilkinson for a big loss back at the 30. A loss of 5 on the play. Brings up 2nd and 15 for the Patriots.
He's been one of the go-to guys so far for Knott Central in this game, but he didn't have a chance on that one as Stumbo shut that one down quick. And this defense is just
And we've really not
rolling.
seen a lot of Shane Gibson. I mean, he had the 2-yard touchdown in the second quarter, but it's been a lot of Wilkinson in the second quarter on for Knott Central's offense. Napier under center. First man through a Shepherd. It's a loose ball fumble on the far sideline, and it's picked up by the Black Cats.
Yep. Oh, man, he laid him out. Touchdown.
It's a touchdown
Oh, my
return for
goodness.
Maddox Pugh, who leveled a Patriot
My
offender
goodness.
at the 5-yard line. Well, he went full truck stick on the Patriots. My goodness.
Wow, and we've talked about Maddox Pugh all night, the game he has had, especially in that first half, and he has solidified it right there. My goodness. I mean, he lowered the boom on that Knott Central player, and he didn't have a chance, and a defensive touchdown to tack it on here for the Black Cats.
A fumble by Preston Shepard picked up on the second bounce by Maddox Pugh at around the 25-yard line, and he had one man to beat, and he beat him.
He beat him easily.
With the shoulder. 48-6. My, oh my, what a play for Maddox Pugh and that Prestonsburg defense. And a flag before the point after attempt.
Yep.
False start. That'll back him up 5 yards, and we'll see what kind of leg Patton's got for an extended point after.
I think he's out there still. He's going to try to go for it. And he's just kind of making a difference other ways.
A score from the Louisville area, not really of interest, but a decent storyline. DuPont Manual beat Mail 52-13 back on Halloween night.
That's good.
Point after is up and
Wow.
good. Tonight, the Mail Bulldogs have beat the Crimson 15-14.
Oh.
They lost by 39 a couple of weeks ago, and tonight they're a 1-point winner. Right now, Prestonsburg is rolling 49-6.
At this point of the season, anything can happen. You just never know.
And right now, it's an impressive performance all the way around for these Black Cats. And really, aside from that one scoring drive the Patriots had, that a couple of lapses, maybe just a little bit of loss of focus, it's been anything but since for this Black Cat team.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they've had a couple of penalties here and there. Of course, every coach, especially Coach Hager and his staff, will want to clean up. But other than that, they've given up a couple of big plays like they did in Hyndman last month. But other than that, it has been just a well-oiled machine yet again here tonight for the Black Cats.
Class 5A West Jessamine has defeated North Laurel 24-21. First region final appearance for the West Jessamine Colts in program history. Kickoff fielded by Brody Short at his own 19-yard line. Takes off to the left. He's hit by Welch, breaks through it, gets across the 35, and is brought down shy of the 40. And Short's going to be slow to get up.
Yeah, he took a hard hit on that one, and we've talked about this great defense for Prestonsburg special teams, but I'll tell you what, they got some guys out there that want to try to earn some playing time on the defensive side. You got to start out if you're young on special teams to go full-out effort, and they definitely do. But we'll talk about Brody Short for a while for Knott Central. He was the one that had that incredible interception late in the first half, but a great athlete for Short. I know he's a senior, but he's made some plays tonight, and that was a solid return before he took the big hit. But Brody Short just could have been another one of these guys for Knott Central that they could have utilized more in the playmaking, but he had a great interception there from Johnson as well.
1st and 10 Patriots at their own 40-yard line. Running clock here in the third quarter. Backup quarterback is in, and pass incomplete. That was Mason Hampton, the freshman quarterback. Incomplete pass to the sophomore Payson Dial. So we'll see some backup players. And there's a lot of seniors at the skill positions that Knott Central loses. Music cannot be played between downs. But up front on the lines, they're going to bring a lot of guys back. So you want to kind of, I guess, build from the inside out.
Yeah.
And they got a good foundation coming back, does Randall Mullins. But the skill guys, you're going to lose Napier. You're going to lose Chance Ambergy, Preston Shepard, Shane Gibson, Michael Gibson.
And I guess Wilkinson as well.
Wilkinson. Hampton going deep left side, and it's going to be short. Nice effort by Runyon at the 35-yard line, but it falls incomplete. Brings up 3rd and 10 from their own 40 for the Patriots. Clock continuing to run. It's a 43-point advantage for Prestonsburg, 49-6. Most recent score coming on a fumble return for a touchdown by Maddox Pugh, who also has his fumble return and a tackle for loss tonight for that Prestonsburg defense.
He's had a great game and several big tackles there in that first half.
3rd and 10, Knott Central. 1 minute to play in the third quarter. Handoff goes up the middle. Short gain of about 4 yards up to the 44. And the ball carrier was Bryson Everidge, his first carry of the night.
So it'll set up a 4th down here for the Patriots as the third quarter will wind down. About 40 seconds to go. But, I mean, honestly, you're in a situation right now where this game is all but solidified. But you've got younger guys out there. Might as well just go for it. Try to run your offense, get these guys some valuable reps in this game. Like you said, try to build from the inside and get these guys some minutes.
4th and 6, final play of the third quarter for the Patriots. Hampton hands it off to looked like Short, who will be stopped well short of a first down after a pickup of just 1 at the 45-yard line. So the Black Cats get the turnover on downs, and they will have the football when we have the fourth quarter on the other side of this 1-minute break on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany. Hello, this is Jonna. Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Want to know the secret to a healthy smile? You won't find it in a bottle. The secret is found in simple, everyday brushing, flossing, and regular checkups with Martin Dentistry. Recently voted as the best dentist in Floyd County, Dr. Stacy Martin offers preventative general dentistry treatments and checkups to patients of all ages. Martin Dentistry would like to thank their patients for their trust, and they look forward to serving you for years to come. Call for an appointment, 285-9444 for Martin Dentistry.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
49-6 your score here to start this fourth quarter. Prestonsburg on top of Knott Central. Black Cats with the football after the turnover on downs. They'll take over at the Knott County 44. A recent score from Northern Kentucky, Beechwood all over Walton Verona at halftime, 42-0. So if things stay the way they are, and I don't know why they wouldn't, the Black Cats would head north on I-75 to Fort Mitchell to take on the Beechwood Tigers. Gain of 5 by Colin Hatfield on first down.
And, of course, Beechwood has always been one of the more dominant teams. They were in 1A at one time, weren't they, and then moved up to 2A, but they have been one of the more dominant programs, regardless of class. You talk about them and Mayfield as well.
Mayfield's right there.
Yeah, right there as well. So
it's a different monster when you get out of this kind of southeastern corner of the state. Johnson, play action pass, setting up deep. He's got Patton on the left side, and it's picked off with one hand by Michael Gibson.
Wow.
What an interception. He stays in bounds to get away from Patton. He fumbles it out of bounds. What an interception by Michael Gibson.
I mean,
My
he
goodness.
went up with one hand and went and got that one. And that was impressive. I'll tell you what, the two interceptions that Knott Central have had tonight have been very impressive, very athletic plays. And I mean, you got to question, what was that? I mean,
maybe just trying to work on the passing game.
I guess so. I mean, you're at the point in the game now where you can try to work on some different things, but I think you're also at the point, too, in the game where you probably need to pour some of your starters out. But
that was one of the more impressive interceptions I've witnessed in covering high school football.
That was a great effort. So Knott Central will take over here on offense.
Patriots taking over at their own 21-yard line. If all things hold, Prestonsburg would be on the road next week at Beechwood. Belfry would welcome in Breathitt County. And there's another interception.
Give it right back to him.
Gives it right back. This one,
Hunter.
Logan Stumbo.
Or Stumbo, yeah, Stumbo.
And he's going to return it for a Prestonsburg touchdown.
Well, I seen another 4 on the jersey, and I'm 0 for 2, and it being Logan Stumbo. I thought it might have been Barrett Hunter, but Logan Stumbo, perfect read, and threw it right to him, and he returns it to the house. So 2 defensive touchdowns for Prestonsburg on the fumble recovery and the pick 6.
A McDowell Professional Pharmacy touchdown. This one a pick 6 by Logan Stumbo, 27 yards to the house to make it 55-6 Prestonsburg. And Prestonsburg getting it done in all facets here tonight. Kane Patton to attempt the point after. He's converted 3 so far here tonight. 9:05 and ticking to play in the fourth quarter. Brady Allen to hold. And this has been quite the impressive performance for the Black Cats. Point after is blocked by Wilkinson. Score remains 55-6, 8:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Back in 1 minute on FM 100 Sports.
When you walk into Howard Family Pharmacy, you'll always find someone you know and trust.
Hi, this is Wes.
Hey, it's Tiffany.
Hello, this is Joanna.
Hey there, this is Stacy.
If your current pharmacy is going out of business, or if you're just tired of dealing with the big chain pharmacies and mail order companies, then Howard Family Pharmacy is here for you, providing the kind of care you can count on from people who truly care. Howard Family Pharmacy of Allen and Eastern, where it's always about family. Kentucky Farm Bureau has provided folks in the Bluegrass with quality insurance and dependable service since 1943. As your local agent, John Greer Hunt is proud to serve the Floyd County community and to help get the right protection for your home, auto, life, or business. For a free quote, call John Greer Hunt today, 606-791-2122, or stop by the office at 1288 South Lake Drive in Prestonsburg and ask to speak to John. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
55-6. Prestonsburg getting it done on the defensive end here in this second half. 2 defensive touchdowns, a fumble return for a touchdown by Maddox Pugh. Most recently, a pick 6 by Logan Stumbo. Hence your 49-point advantage for the Black Cats with 7 minutes and change remaining in the fourth quarter. Kickoff is going to be fielded by Short at his 22-yard line and flips it backwards to Chance Ambergy, and he's going in the wrong way fast.
That wasn't a good idea.
And tackled by Sam Hyden back around the 20. And that's where the Patriots will take over. Breathitt County up big at the break on Bracken County, so it looks like all top 4 seeds in the East in Class 2A will advance. We talked about it a second ago. Prestonsburg would travel to Beechwood, and Belfry will be at home against Breathitt County. And as the RPI comes into effect next week, Prestonsburg was able to host last year because there was no Belfry in Class 2A. Belfry comes in. They're a little bit ahead of Prestonsburg. That bumps the Black Cats down to the 3 spot in the East, meaning they have to be on the road in the region final. But 12-0, you have an offense and a defense that can play with the best of them. And you'll be tested.
Big
but
time.
You can rest assured that they'll be ready. They will relish the opportunity in front of them next week at Fort Mitchell. Carson Hall flips it out on the right side, complete on the sideline. And receiver was kind of tough to see. It looked like it might have been Michael Gibson.
Hey, Whitley, I found your ladybug. It's on my shirt. You want it? What?
A gain of 4 yards from Carson Hall to Michael Gibson. Gibson's first catch of the night. The team's leading receiver coming into the game.
That's another name, we hadn't said. Of course, you talked about Shane Gibson, but Michael Gibson has. I think that might have been the first time you said his name tonight for Knott Central. It's another one of those guys that has the ability.
Prior to that one-handed interception, I don't think we've mentioned his name at all since the pregame.
Yeah, and that's another one of those guys that could have been a difference maker.
Twins each way for Carson Hall, the junior. Hands it off to Payson Dials. Or no, it's Bryson Everidge, I'm sorry. It gets across the 25 to the 27. Brings up a short 3rd and 4.
So you're just to the point now for Prestonsburg. Under 5 minutes to go. You still got the run the clock. You're just ready to get this one wrapped up and celebrate for a little bit and start preparing next week for Beechwood. We talked about it's a long trip up there. That's going to be a long trip. And a well-oiled machine as well up there, up north. So it's going to be a tough test for the Black Cats.
2 receivers each way for Hall. 1 man in the backfield with him. That's Everidge. That's Wilkinson. Wilkinson gets the carry. Wide open up the middle. Gets the first down. Lowers his shoulder across the 35. Tripped up at the 39-yard line. A big run for Wilkinson of about 12 yards. Will give the Patriots a new set of downs. Clock continuing to roll at 4 minutes to play. Black Cats up big, 55-6.
He lowered the boom on that one. Wilkinson's had a solid game tonight. Of course, had that long touchdown run called back due to a penalty, but he's definitely been the go-to runner for even since then in the second quarter.
31 yards on 9 carries for Isaiah Wilkinson. Patriots with 144 yards on 31 carries, averaging just shy of 5 yards a carry. And that's not bad for most teams. Carson Hall, quick pass on the right side. He's got his receiver, Preston Sexton, and he's hit out of bounds after a pickup of about 4 yards, just shy of the 45-yard line.
And you see Knott Central sideline there, that completed pass. The whole sideline was cheering. And I mean, you like to see that. I mean, you're getting beat pretty handily on the road, and your season's about to come to an end. But at least they're still cheering on these young guys who are out there are competing, still making plays. So you like to see that on that opposite sideline. They're still cheering for their young guys, and hopefully, I'm sure they probably want them to try to go drive down and score a touchdown also.
Well, this will be a tough pill to swallow for Knott Central. Look, you're 8-3, your best, one of your, if not the best, second best season ever. It's a disappointing ending, but the season as a whole should most definitely be celebrated.
Yeah.
Wilkinson tackled for a loss back behind the 40. There's a flag on the play. He was brought down by Keenan Welch. We'll see what the flag is for.
Looks like there probably going to be a hold there.
I mean, any season that you accomplish something your program's never done is a season worth celebrating. And they got their first playoff win. And we've talked a lot about, building a program. This is a senior group that has kind of laid that foundation moving forward for head coach Randall Mullins and these future Patriots. and it's an ending that you didn't want to see happen. Might have expected in the far back corners of your mind, but they've had a tremendous season, and they have 3 losses. 3 losses have come to 2 teams that just
played for the district championship.
That are just better than you are, more established programs.
Right.
You want to get to where they are.
And there's no shame in that at all.
Pitch goes to the left of Dawson Hall, makes a man miss at the 40, but it's not going to get much past that. A pickup of about 2 on the pitch for Dawson Hall is going to bring up 4th and long.
Man, I'm glad he was able to get up, but he took a hard hit down. He went down low, and it looked like it could have been devastating with the knee injury. But you're right. You're right about Knott Central. I mean, they obviously want to get to where Prestonsburg is right now, and even Martin County. You know, those are the 2 teams that have defeated Prestonsburg or Knott Central, and those 2 teams played for the district championship. So they obviously want to get to that level, and they've established a good culture over there. And like you said, some young guys coming back, a good foundation to build around, and you're trying to get these young guys some valuable playing time in the playoffs. So something they'll be able to remember moving forward.
4th and 8 with 50 seconds to play for the Patriots. Carson Hall back to pass, going deep on the left side.
He got it.
It's caught by Ambergy inside the Prestonsburg 35, tackled on the spot by Christian Click at the 33-yard line.
That was a nice throw there by Hall. And Ambergy, it was a little underthrown, but Ambergy was able to get right under it and catch it, keep this drive going.
Gain of about 25 yards.
They might give
Chance Ambergy.
Might get one more play in here as we're down to 15 seconds.
Twins each way for Carson Hall, the junior quarterback for the Patriots. Clock down to 6, the final play. It's a pitch, and it's a fumble. And it's picked up by Prestonsburg. And that's the final play. Fumble recovered by Mason Van Hoos. And the Black Cats roll into the region final. 55-6, your final score. They roll the Knott County Central Patriots to stay undefeated at 12-0. And they have a big one looming next week in the region championship against the Beechwood Tigers up in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky. 55-6, the Black Cats all over the Patriots. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back and wrap it up on FM 100 Sports.
Defense wins championships, and at Hesterberg Law Firm, we believe a good defense wins cases. This is attorney Tanner Hesterberg. If you're facing legal trouble, you need an attorney to advocate for you in the courtroom. The sooner we get involved in your case, the better the outcome. 606-731-6857 and at HesterbergLaw.com. Hesterberg Law Firm, defending Kentucky.
For over 30 years, families in our community have relied on McDowell Professional Pharmacy, a name you know and trust. Pharmacists Steve and Alicia Dawson are here to guide you with care, knowledge, and a friendly smile. Whether it's answering your questions, helping you manage prescriptions, or offering advice you can count on, they're always ready to serve. And don't forget, they offer free delivery right here in the area, bringing the care you need straight to your door. McDowell Professional Pharmacy, where experience, trust, and community come together.
What is it about golf that draws you to it? Is it the morning dew, rising off the course, or the majestic beauty that captures your heart? Is it the challenge of playing a game that can't be won? Or is it the relationships and the stories that will last a lifetime? Plan your trip now to Stonecrest Golf Course in Prestonsburg. Visit them at stonecrestgolfcourse.com.
Make your dream home a reality with Solid Rock Development. Dedicated to providing premier customer service with unparalleled workmanship, Solid Rock Development will exceed your expectations. Keep you up to date on the status of your construction project while meeting your deadlines. Using only the highest quality building supplies and equipment, Solid Rock Development will construct a home built to last for generations. Call 606-371-4807 for Solid Rock Development in Garrett, or find Solid Rock on Facebook.
Hey, it's Kristen Mulcahy with Appalachian Wireless. We're friends, right? How would you and a few of your friends like to save $1,000 in a year off your bill? Here's how it works. When you refer a friend to Appalachian Wireless, you both get $50 in bill credits. It's simple. Just log into your My App Wire account, grab your referral code, and share it. The more friends you invite, the more you can save. Visit us at AppalachianWireless.com or in one of our many retail locations to find out how you can start sharing today. Because we are you, we are Appalachian Wireless.
For over 30 years, the attorneys at Mocha Nunnery Law Office have chosen to fight for injured individuals rather than companies, standing up for the rights of folks just like you. The combined experience of Tom Moak, Pete Moak will fight for you, whether you've been injured in an auto accident, personal injury claim, workers' compensation, Social Security, or have a federal black lung case. Injuries are life-changing. Let Mocha Nunnery help you move forward. Call 886-1515 for Mocha Nunnery Law Office, Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Hansard.
Live and local, there's only one. WMDJ.
Well, for the final time tonight, back here at Josh Francis Field at Black Cat Stadium, Prestonsburg rolling to an impressive 55-6 win over Knott County Central, staying undefeated. Their 12-0 record will be on the road next week as they travel to Beechwood up in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky in the region championship. But an all-around impressive performance here tonight. If you're watching, you see the stats on our screen. A.J. Johnson, 10 carries, 231 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns. Maddox Pugh, a fumble return for a touchdown. Logan Stumbo, a pick 6 in the fourth quarter. Kane Patton did get his receiving touchdown, so he has now tied Matt Sloan's single-season total touchdown record of 35 total touchdowns. And impressive that, honestly, it gets overshadowed because of some of the other individual performances. But, you know, it was A.J. Johnson in the first half. It was the defense in the second half, and an all-around impressive effort tonight from all three aspects, offense, defense, and special teams made some good plays on kickoff return. Just a tremendous performance by this Black Cat squad ahead of a big monster matchup next week.
Yeah, I mean, you couldn't ask for a better way to end, I guess, your final home game of the season technically now, and the defense was just lights out in that second half, and we thought, I don't know if they would have gotten any closer, but Knott Central scoring that touchdown and getting the onside recovery toward the end of the second quarter, that maybe they were trying to get a little bit of momentum and make this game a little bit more interesting, and that defense just came up huge, getting a sack to end the first half, and they just really took it from there in the second half. And got to give it up to Johnson for the great game he had offensively, running the ball in the first half, and like you said, just complimentary football, and they were perfect tonight. I mean, of course, you know, the coach may not say that, but maybe some things to clean up penalty-wise and turnovers, but you know, just about as perfect as you can get here for the Black Cats tonight.
Shane Gibson finishes the ball game, 12 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown. And Michael Gibson had one of the more impressive interceptions I've ever seen in person in high school football. And Brody Short, not to be outdone, had an impressive interception himself. You know, those two guys have been at it all season long. And Knott Central loses a big group of seniors, upperclassmen that have really kind of laid the foundation that we talked about. But you've not heard the last of the Patriots moving forward. Randall Mullins has done a great job turning that program around, and they ran into a team tonight that's, you know, has all kinds of stuff posted on their bulletin board, and they've had a mission since last season ended, and they're not deterring from what's in front of them.
No, and you got to give Knott Central all kinds of credit. You know, they and with Coach Mullins and their staff, what they've been able to do is try to establish a culture, a winning culture, to where Prestonsburg is at the moment. And it seems like you have them in Martin County that are in the way right now of trying to get there. But listen, you have so much to build on with that culture. You like you said, they got a lot of young talent coming back next season. And then you talk about getting your first playoff win ever in last week. So that is something to build on. You know, you got one playoff win. We're going to do everything we can to get two next season, maybe even three. So, but again, congratulations to Knott County Central. I know not the way you wanted your season to end, but they had a great run, 8 wins, first playoff win last season. Congrats to Coach Mullins on all the success that his team has had this year.
So that leads us to next week's region final round, and that's where the RPI comes in Class 2A. The top 4 teams in the eastern part of the state, districts 5 through 8. They are in order: Belfry, Beechwood, Prestonsburg, Breathitt County. Second round went Chalk, So your region final matchups will be Prestonsburg at Beechwood, Breathitt County at Belfry. And a couple of matchups that on paper are intriguing. Beechwood has scored the most points in Class 2A. They've allowed the fewest points in Class 2A. And we've seen what Prestonsburg's done all season.
But they're right up there, too. Prestonsburg has
absolutely
like second or third in all of 2A, most points scored, and then most points, least amount of points given up. They're right in the top 10 as well. So, and I think we'll be heading up north next Friday.
There's some logistics to work out. That's our hope. We don't want to make any promises yet, but we will do what we can in our power to bring you that football game next Friday from Fort Mitchell. Like I said, we'll hope to bring it to you. It looks good, but some things to work out. But Peaburg at Beechwood, Breathitt County at Belfry in Class 2A. Paris upset the Sayre Spartans tonight in Class A.
Oh, is that Chad Pennington?
That is Chad
Wow.
Pennington.
Okay.
So you've got Paris, Raceland, Middlesboro, and Pikeville remaining in the bottom half in Class A. So you will have Paris making the trip to Raceland, and Middlesboro will travel to Pikeville in Class A next week in the region final round. Again, your final score tonight, 55-6, Prestonsburg all over Knott County Central to advance to their second straight region final. And just the fifth time that's happened in program history, the first time in more than a decade that they've advanced to the region final round in back-to-back seasons. As the seniors take their final trip from goal line to goal line, as this is the final home game. And as this is the final home game here for Prestonsburg, we do want to thank Brandon Kidd, Tony Pacheco for their hospitality tonight and all season long to help us bring you high school football from Prestonsburg. Also want to give a shout-out, not to be outdone by Tyler Little, Tony Isaac at Floyd Central, Susan Stevens at Betsy Lane. We were up there once this year. The excellent hospitality all season long at Floyd County. We hope we're not done, but here, at least in Floyd County, we are done for the year, as we hope to bring you Peaburg at Beechwood next Friday night. For Whitley Hall, for Chris Porter back at the studio, for Steve Sloan, who has one final thing before we go.
Well, I've got a couple of things. We forgot to do a player of the game.
You are right.
And and I know Kane Patton's probably going to hate this, but the streak is over.
It is.
No more prestigious WMDJ
no weight
player
on
of the
his record-tying score.
No, I mean, just listen. I know it may not be as prestigious as the 2A District Player of the Year that I think he got snubbed on, but I think he'll be okay with us giving the WMDJ Player of the Game to his running mate in the backfield, Alex Johnson. Incredible night by the quarterback.
I think he'd be okay with that.
Yeah, I think he'll be good. So, nevertheless, I'm sure they're probably not worried about individual honors. They're ready. They're one game away from state, so that's all that matters to them. And also, one more plug for not only Prestonsburg cheerleading, but I think Floyd Central and Betsy Lane as well. But I guess Prestonsburg cheerleading holds a special place in my heart. But they are competing in the UCA Bluegrass competition tomorrow at Rupp.
And that's the big one.
That's the big one. That's for the bid to
the big
Orlando
competition.
Yeah, for Disney for the UCA National Cheer Competition, and their competition time is at 9:17 tomorrow.
Oh.
So not only do they've done great tonight. Got to go home, try to get a little bit of rest. Be back here probably 5 o'clock, 5:30 tomorrow morning. Catch a bus, then take the near 2-hour trip to Lexington, and get ready to cheer at 9:17 in the morning. So
how peppy are you at 9:17 in the morning?
Man, I'm not peppy at all at any 17 p.m. or a.m. So,
but you're right. Best of luck to them, and we've talked before about the cheerleaders are the unsung heroes on the basketball and football sidelines, and they're here no matter what, and they provide that much needed school spirit. So best of luck to Floyd Central, Betsy Lane, and Prestonsburg tomorrow as they compete in the UCA Bluegrass division or region in Lexington. Again, your final score tonight: Prestonsburg 55, Knott Central 6 in the second round of the Class 2A state playoff. For Chris Porter, the Porterhouse back in the studios. For Whitley Hall, for Steve Sloan.
Thank you all.
I'm Josh McKinney saying good night from Prestonsburg.